Okay, are we back? We're back, I think. Yeah, unfortunately, the previous one got messed up because I decided to play the song that was in the thumbnail of the video. Uh, it's very sad, but it's still a banger. The song I played in the beginning was Yo Tambien by Mark Anthony and Romeo Santos. It's a fucking great song. Essentially, it's about an FBI, I think an FBI agent and then a cartel member fighting over a girl. And not and it's fitting, right? Because I guess it's kind of spoilery, but not really. You'll see why I put it up there in a second, but while we wait for more people to file in, I will explain the origin as to why I decided to do that. So, obviously, like Bad Bunny was the Super Bowl performer, right? He was the Super Bowl halftime show for was it 60, right? And it was that finally convinced me to listen to the Beat Tirado Más Fotos, which was his latest album. Obviously, it won Album of the Year, and I finally caved in to my Latino friends and listened to it. I love it. It's a fantastic album. So I decided to also go into the rest of Bad Bunny's discography. The second album that my Latino friends, specifically the one from Puerto Rico, he recommended me. Uh, I can't remember exactly what it's called, but I think it was his second album ever. It was YHLQMDLG, Yo hago lo que me da la gana. I love that album too. Sapphire is an amazing song. So after that, I just basically started taking any and all recommendations of Latino music from my Latino friends, and my Dominican friend introduced me to this guy called Romeo Santos. Uh, he's one of the most iconic voices in Dominican bachata, which is kind of like this slow, like romantic style of Latino music. And obviously, I knew who Mark Anthony was before because he's very famous. My dad actually loves Mark Anthony. He saw him live. So I listened to the it was volume two of one of Romeo's albums. It was Formula Volume Two, which is a great album. Like that is a that album has a crazy amount of bangers. Like not just Yo También, but Propuesta Indecente, uh, Cancioncitas de Amor, Eres Mía is one of my personal favorites. Uh, Odio, which featured Drake before he started sucking as a rapper. And then, of course, Yo Tambien with Mark Anthony, which was played in the original stream before YouTube struck it because of woke copyright bullshit. But yeah, the joke is essentially me and Muriel fighting over Ramona. Anyway, that way we won't catch too much attention, just do enough to slip by, blah, blah, blah.
Shut it. Just shut it. I swear, if you bring up another movie plot, I will sock you.
Oh my god, please, please keep insulting me, please. God, Jesus Christ. I need her to call me every Spanish slur. I'm gonna ask my Dominican friend gave me a list, the same one I was talking about earlier. He gave me a list of all the Spanish insults. I need her to call me every single one of them in repeated session, preferably while slapping me across the face multiple times. Anyway, she only intended to get the camera-headed girl's nerves in check, but her sharp words catch the attention of a guest nearby.
Pardon me, senoritas, but have you never attended an auction before?
No. I mean, we kind of know what's going on, but... Don't you worry yourself over us, senora.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I mean no offense. Actually, this is my first time too. Not so brushed up on the rules myself, let alone the Argos.
Woman turns to them with a gentle smile. She fidgets with her handkerchief, looking a little lost.
Then what brings a lady like you here? You were invited like everyone else, right? You must know you're on gang turf.
Si, señorita, that I do know. However, I have my reasons for coming. Camila, my daughter, suffers from a rare disease. Her body rejects its own arcane power.
So kind of like Eric, except not really, right? Because Eric's power is killing her slowly. Like the power itself is killing her slowly. It's like the rage virus from 28 Days Later. Like it's actually destroying her, but in this case it's kind of like Tsuchimikado from a certain magical index where like he's a magician, but after he became an Esper, after he underwent damn it, what was the process called in in Academy City when that helps an Esper kind of get their powers. Um, right, the power curriculum program. Right. So after Tsuchimikado was enrolled in the power curriculum program, he gained his Esper abilities, which I believe was regeneration. He has like a kind of healing factor, which makes sense because the magic and the Esper, the AIM diffusion field, just completely fuck with his body. So it's kind of like that, I'm guessing.
Her blood is escaping her body.
Fuck, how does that
There's
even
nothing we can
happen?
do to stop it. I have visited every arcane doctor in the city, and not one of them has a clue. They take it as a horrible and unbreakable curse. My dear Camila, there's not much time left for her.
Oh, I'm so sorry, ma'am.
It's all right, truly. On one of my desperate visits to priests and witches, while I was searching after a rumor about a miracle cure, I happened upon some smugglers. They told me I'd find what I was looking for at the Turquoise Serpent Club. And now, it seems spending just a few pesos on some art could win me a chance to strike a deal with the biggest smuggler in the city. As long as I find a phoenix feather, there is still hope for my dear child.
Feather, huh? I'm not super caught up on the mythology of phoenixes, but from what I remember, it was the tears that heal, right? Because in Harry Potter, it was the phoenix's tears that cured Harry from the basilisk poison. And I think in general, phoenix tears are used in potion making materials in a lot of fantasy settings. But I don't remember phoenix feathers being the healing component. I don't know. The woman finds herself getting increasingly worked up. Realizing she's on the verge of tears, she stops herself.
Oh, where are my manners? I'm talking your ears off. You seem quite unlike the other guests here. We've all come here with a purpose. Some of us are desperate to achieve those goals by any means necessary. Please be careful.
Same to you, senora. Hope your daughter gets better soon.
I love when she smiles.
Muchas gracias. Hmm? Is it raining outside? Or
What? Oh yes, I
did
remember
you just
this.
ring?
God, this was heartbreaking. Like she just talked her ear off about the sad, tragic backstory of her daughter, and now she's getting killed off. In the dim room, she clutches her handkerchief tight as her breathing grows heavy.
I... What's happening to me?
She can't breathe.
The camera-headed girl reaches out to steady the woman, but Ramona seizes her arm.
Don't touch her. Something's off here. The arcane power squeezing her is too strong. It'll suck you in if you get too close.
I see a lake, water, and something below. It's strange and so very deep. Oh, Camila.
Crazy work, man. Her gentle features twist in agony as she chokes for air. Rough gasps escape her throat like a broken bellows. Jesus Christ! Then all at once, she stops breathing.
No, no, no! Don't! Ma'am! What
Yeah,
on
fuck you,
earth is
Muriel!
going on?
She collapses to the floor, drawing the attention of those nearby. The crowd draws a wide panic circle around her.
Oh, what's happening over there?
Someone's fallen. Dios mío. She's not breathing. Murder! Murder!
Panic spreads through the room. Wow, really? Soon enough, every eye in the room turns towards the exorcist and the camera-headed girl.
Drowned without a drop of water. Just like all the others. The murderer must be someone in the auction house. The question is, who?
You filthy murderer! Dirty thug! Intruder, bandit, robber!
Out of all the people to be saying that, it's the actual rat.
This room's a bit small for all five, wouldn't you say?
The unbothered murderer, fucking intruder, bandit, robber, racist, and eyebrow.
Are you finished with your whining? It's time for you to choose your interrogation method. Good news, you're in safe hands. I'm quite skilled at peeling people while keeping them alive.
Yes, it is. It hits differently when it's in English, and I'm not seeing it through the through my phone screen on Google Translate.
Bad news. I've never tried these techniques on a mouse. How about something more sleek? Modern. Electrocution, perhaps.
I really want to know how her arcane cloning device works, because in her battle intro, it teleports her onto the field. I really want to know how that thing works. Maybe in her character story. She mutters to herself as she rummages through a case. Before her, the mice huddle together in a trembling ball. At last, the largest of them squeaks out.
Stop! What kind of interrogation is this? You haven't even asked a question. This is pure torture. Given your connection to the murders in the city, I think the means justify the ends. You think I know which ones you're talking about? The club makes trouble disappear every week. But that's just how things go in this business. So please, Senora Giant, please calm down. I'll tell you whatever you want. Just ask me. All right. Then I have some questions.
He reluctantly puts away her tools, eyeing the mice with a half smile.
How did you become Senor Perez? And what is the connection between the club and Manus Vindicte? And where do you ship your special mineral pigment? I need the type you smuggle for the Manus. Give me all you have, every ounce.
Goddamn, goddamn.
That pigment! You're after it too.
The eager mouse representative is cut off. Something seems to have gone wrong in the audience. Screams and frantic footsteps follow.
Senor Perez! Senor Perez! A guest has just died in the auction house. Can't believe someone had the guts to offer on our terms. Wasn't any ordinary death either. Folks are saying it's another of those serial killings. The whole place is in chaos. We've got guests asking us to open the teleportation ritual so they can leave. Senora Luisa wants to know your orders. Wait, what are you two doing lying around here? You're supposed to be on duty.
Hold on, I gotta
A sixth
fix some
case,
stuff.
then. This should be interesting.
There we go. Did not mean to do that. Ugh, I keep forgetting that I can't even use mine. It's so lame. So for those who don't know, I've been on a terrible streak of luck. I've lost 4 50-50s in a row, including for my P1 UA, which was it felt personal. It made me very upset. But recently I got Lorentz in 20, which is the exact same amount that I spent to get her on my CN account, so it kind of felt like a blessing. This is our chance to gain control. But how can we make our game a little more fun?
A new toy. The overflow of the Sekira. Care to pull the trigger?
No, I accidentally duplicated one of the...
All it takes are some minor changes to the true nature of chaos. Let me handle the pain.
Something on OBS, don't worry about it.
Oh, I do like seeing their faces now. Beaten into the ground like the...
The two decatones? Yes, I did. I used them both on Liang Yue. Unfortunately, I did not get her. Stream! That's a succinct title. I still haven't seen the latest one. I heard it sucked, though. The reluctant detective strains to recall every detail amid the chaos.
The murderer's gotta be somewhere in the auction house. That's the only way they could control their arcane skills so exactly.
Golly! You don't mean to say that the murderer's somewhere in this room?
Her reels skip and shock, nearly coming out of place.
The ritual might have been set ahead of time. All they had to do was wait for their prey to fall into the trap. Prey. Right. The killer must have a reason for this, right? But what?
She was here for the auction. Oh, heck! They must be killing off club members!
Please. I'm still thinking things through. If all the victims were known club members, the Vigil wouldn't have been running around in circles. It's too obvious. I may not like them very much, but those Vigil aren't half as thick as the Foundation.
Ah, rough.
Some of them aren't even half bad.
Hey! We aren't dummies either.
Her protest isn't noted as Ramona carries on.
But there's one more question that's gotta be answered. What is this ritual exactly? The energy around it was huge, but
Better one pulled it. So I pulled Chong anyway. I have every I started my CN account in 3.2, so I have every single character since then. So Heron, Chong, Lorentz, Ramona, Adler, Rhiannon. She looks around, chairs lie on their sides, people rush for the exit, lights flicker. The air is filled with curses, screams, and twisted pneuma, while a bitter, biting wind scratches at her senses. She remains clueless. A smuggler's sudden accusation only makes the situation worse.
You do. Yeah, you. I saw what you did.
You pointing at us, senor? It wasn't us.
Don't act like you're innocent. You were talking to her just before she died. You must have killed her. You're from the Foundation. You're here to kill us all so you can take over the underground arcane materials racket.
Ramona gives up her train of thought to deal with the escalating situation.
See, this is why I didn't want you tagging along, metalhead.
Hey! That's not fair! I've helped you a lot. like, you're not gonna
Useless.
leave me behind, are you?
Nah, I love Loggerhead. I'm not gonna be too
These two,
hard on her.
take them now. You're trapped in the Turquoise Serpent Club now. There's no escape.
Okay, I can finally use my own team. Jeez.
At the ready.
Okay, spin the wheel, make the deal once more. Yes!
I'll keep them occupied.
Hold on. Who's who? Don't waste your keep your guard high.
The feathers will answer.
This, take a primrose. A well-measured strike. Swift as a hare. My responsibility.
Oh yes, that's right, there's a second round. Well, there's a lot more of these guys. I forgot about the Horde battle. Sure.
Swift as an arrow. I'll keep them occupied.
Let me handle the pain. Restraint is part of the training. The wind will lead the way.
I love the new Laplace text float. It's so fucking cool. I like it more than the 500-day login one.
Peace and quiet.
There's strength in restraint. Don't waste your whoa. Oh, is this one for you? So many letters. Restraint is part of the training.
I just put everything on allies because I really do not want to have to deal with enemies having dodge and shit. It would be incredibly annoying.
Spring will come, and the flowers will bloom again.
I think I bought Chung Sai Cube recently. I'll have to double check.
Save your words for the court. I hate fighting.
God. I wonder if she uses her broom like a staff. That'd be cool. Another attacker falls out of breath. She lowers the exorcism tool she's been using as a makeshift Oh, okay. So she's been using the. That's actually a lot smarter. Using the incense, blinding your enemy, controlling their senses.
I'm not a fan of making new crime scenes, especially when I'm the one that's going to have to take care of them later. We gotta get out of here before we draw any more attention. Latham! Hey, Metalhead!
Oh my God, she remembered her name. Loggerhead doesn't respond. Instead, her attention is drawn to a faint cry for help coming from the stage.
Help! Please, my dear clubmates, do not leave me here all alone. Take me away, throw me back to the deepest, darkest corner of the warehouse. I promise I'll not say a word about it.
That painting. She's an awakened.
The club has descended into bedlam with no one around to pay any attention to the increasingly frantic painting.
Oh, but You remember me, n'est-ce pas? The painting from the northwest corner of the warehouse, next to Antonia and the cactus cat. A grubby corner, I must say. Haunted even. None dare walk it but you. You always volunteer to patrol the area, so the others call you a freak. But I know why. It's so that you can write those letters to your love in private.
Aww.
Huh? Zip it, you overgrown doodle. I don't want to hear another word.
In the dim light and madness, the auction stage seems like an island of refuge.
Can we take her with us? Her? You mean the painting? You out of your mind? She's in the middle of the stage with a goddamn spotlight on her. We may as well get up there and say, hey, come get us.
Scold me more,
And
please.
dying for a Blabbermouth painting is not worth what I get paid. We can't just leave her there. She isn't just some arcane tool. She's a living arcanist. She doesn't deserve to be bought and sold like an object.
Loggerhead charges onto the platform. A gunshot rings out. A bullet skims across her metallic body. Yeah, this was crazy aura. I was not expecting her to be able to reflect a bullet.
Desvío pneumático. Ramona, don't worry about me. I'm an awakened, so they can't hurt me so easily. At least, not with normal bullets.
What? You think there's some sort of awakened bullet?
For a second. Like I forgot how impulsive you can be.
You think there's some awakened killing bullet, like a silver bullet for a werewolf?
What are you gonna do next? I'll cover
Like,
you.
if even the storm ritual couldn't kill Lucy, I doubt there could be a bullet that could kill an awakened.
Focus, Latham. You're a seasoned Foundation employee, an outstanding senior member of the Arcanum Containment Department. I grabbed a load of arcane tools before I left. I've gotta have something useful. My reels, film developer, critter recon potion, recording plant, infinitely looping drugstore receipt,
What?
Encyclopedia of Mexico, seasoning packets, hand-cranked rechargeable battery.
What would you need seasoning packets
You're
for?
made of steel. The hell you need seasoning packets for?
Oh my god, we're on the same wavelength. Oh my goodness.
Just how much crap did you bring with you? Invisible cloak, crystal
You're
files,
supposed to make
sextant,
what?
kangaroo foam
An
number
invisibility
5
cloak?
finisher.
You didn't think to use that? You didn't think to use that at all?
Thank goodness the receptionist lady turned down my request to check the discs.
Flustered, she pulls that teleport disc from her pocket and thinks of a destination.
Teleport!
They disappear all at once from the scene, leaving the club in an uproar.
Diablos! They escaped! And they took that painting with them. So they are here to sabotage the auction. Those Foundation bastards. Can never trust them.
Well, at least we're safe from them now. Still, seems like it's time to leave. Or is the auction still on? Are you letting us leave or not, Senor Perez?
Have you lost it? This auction's a disaster. A joke, I tell you. I intend to have a long talk with Senor Perez after this.
Like that's ever gonna happen.
Can't stay here any longer. Por Dios, a woman just died.
Another something this game, or not this game, but this specific episode has a lot of is bits, and other than aside on the same side as Black Ibis forgetting her underlings names. That's my favorite bit in the whole game. Lorenz just kind of showing up with fake accents and pretending to be someone else is another really funny bit. At last, the club security takes the stage and provides the necessary foregone conclusion.
We're sorry to inform you that today's auction has been put on hold. Senor Perez was injured in the chaos and is currently unable to host the auction. Senora Luisa has asked us to take everyone out through the emergency exit. This way, señorita.
Oh, thank you.
The frightened guest presses down her
But then
case
the
to muffle the
noise.
squeaks inside.
I'm allergic to the glow of arcane skills, so I always carry some fresh mandrake with me. Their juice can ease the pain, though they can be a little rambunctious.
Interesting.
No need to explain, señorita. The Turquoise Serpent Club respects the privacy of our members. Go through this door. It'll take you back to Central Mexico City.
Realizing the futility of their situation, the tiny voices in the case fell silent.
Gracias, señor.
I think I remember this. This was this is the interrogation scene where I think they enlarged them. The mice enlarged themselves somehow. Performers and audience members leave one by one. The wild night falls back into silence. Under the dark sky, a person carrying secrets takes a careful, winding path before knocking on the side of a courtyard gate.
I've come as requested, Señorita Butterfly.
That's the
I am
boy,
sure I wasn't
Anil.
followed by any-
I have cameras set up. I would have known if you were. Shut up and get in.
God damn.
We've been waiting here for an hour.
Yes, the Mexican hotel or motel. Yeah.
We?
We have company. Your employer, in fact. Allow me to introduce you to Senor Perez, the mysterious mastermind behind the Turquoise Serpent Club.
She smiles and opens the battered pigment case in front of her. The mice, waiting for this moment, lunge out in a desperate attack against their kidnapper.
This is our chance, mis hijos! Kill the bipedal monster!
How?
Who's there?
How did they enlarge in themselves? Is there no explanation?
Hold on. Who's who and what has what?
I have the rear.
Keep your guard. Don't waste your breath.
The feathers will answer.
I guess maybe after the battle.
Should strike. Swift as hair.
Return to your position.
Pointless fight ends. Bruised and battered, the little mice are tossed back into the cave.
Kitty Claus! Just who the hell are you, biped? Did Cruz send you? Oh, I get it now. You're with Miguel, aren't you? He's bent out of shape about the auction. Thinks I'm stepping on his block. How much did he pay you, huh? A lot for double. No, triple. Or are you with the government? If so, I'm open to negotiating a very handsome price for your cooperation.
I like how suddenly they just completely fold. It's really funny.
I find the sight of a rodent begging for its life amusing.
Yeah, see, there you go. Completely nuts. The smile she flashes down at them borders on unhinged. In response, the pleading Miles turns to the other face.
Wait a second. You! I know you, Morrito. You're Anil, the one I hired to forge paintings for the club. How dare you betray me, you furless cretin!
Señorita, you really mean to claim that they are Perez? The legendary Perez. The feared boss who controls the Turquoise Serpent Club. And most of Mexico City's black market with an iron fist?
A wave of absurdity washes over him, though he can't bring himself to laugh.
An iron fist, gripped in the paws of a few tiny mice. If I'm correct, these little troublemakers managed to replace the real Perez about a month ago. Since then, they've stayed hidden.
Yes, okay, now I'm starting to remember
Perez's
this.
voice from behind a screen.
They
No one's noticed
There's a
until now.
whole like sequence that looks like a Mexican children's storybook that depicts how they did it. I don't know if it was this episode or the next one, but it's
Under
really
their
cool.
leadership, the club
It
has
was
absorbed several
thoroughly
gangs
blown
and
away.
expanded its influence in the black market. It was their idea to start forging all those paintings and hold the auction. If you ask me, they far outdone the original Perez. Oh, the irony. Any tears coming?
He refuses to answer.
Oh yeah, you're right. The club's recent success is all thanks to me. See what we mice can do? How great we are? No one knows how to run a gang better than a rodent. You know why? Because you giant two-leggers don't have a head for this business, while we brilliant burrowers were born to rule the underground.
I don't recall asking for your opinion. Come to think of it, I need only one mouse for my purposes. One that's quiet and obedient. As for the
Crazy.
rest, I happen to have a colleague who enjoys nothing more than feasting on rats. 8 of them, actually. We're not close, but I'm sure you'll make a
Oh,
perfect
Sylvie. I guess her snakes do eat rats, and I like how she says 8 of them because of her 8 siblings. Sylvie herself doesn't probably eat rats. She hovers her hand over the case, letting her fingers dangle above them menacingly and fall like a claw machine in search of a toy.
Wait! Leave my children out of this, please! I apologize for my rudeness, señorita. Clearly, you're an extraordinary arcanist, unlike most of your cheese-brained kind. You
What?
deserve to rule the underworld just as much as I do. I'll gladly hand you this club on a silver platter if that's what you desire.
It's exactly what she wants to hear. In a split second, her face turned from menace to quiet satisfaction.
Rodents are quite adaptable when they need to be. But I'm not
Insane.
interested in running a gang.
Surely there's something I can help you with, señorita. You're looking for a pigment, aren't you? I'll tell you everything I know, all of it. Just as long as you guarantee my children's safety. Though the odds of finding that particular arcane pigment again are 1,000,000 to 1. In any case...
Okay, this is the sequence I think. This is the sequence I think. I really liked this when I first saw it. Yes!
Mice are, of course, far superior to all humankind. I don't refute it. But not every mouse has got the smarts that my family does. What made my children and me so special, you ask? It all began with a spectacular accident. On a frightening, fateful night, as I ran for my life from a snarling hell beast, the true nemesis of mousekind, I found myself in an unfamiliar room. The floor was so clean, I nearly slipped, and the furniture gave off a rich, soothing scent. But the walls above, madre mia, they were covered with the heads of beasts beyond any counting. Still, I pulled myself together and climbed up onto the dining table, hoping to find something to eat. Who would have thought there'd be nothing but a small plate of glowing pigment up there? The pigment looked off, I admit, but my hunger overtook my fear, so I ate it. And the moment it touched my tongue, the world as I knew it fell away. For the first time in my life, I had other thoughts beyond mating and eating, beyond survival. Thoughts that
Hell is this
only
pigment
true
then?
intelligence could invoke. I stayed there for a couple more days, and thanks to my keen eye, I learned I was in this Perez's office, and that he ran half of Mexico City's smuggling business. A strange masked person in a black
Vice on
robe
coke, yeah, basically.
brought him that miraculous substance. It seems, at their request, Perez was using a lumber mill as a front, while they extracted a unique silver ore from Valle de Lágrimas, the Vale of Tears. The masked person refined the ore into a pigment and had it shipped far away to lands they called Europe and US. And in return, the club received a portion of it. To get my hands on the pigment and Perez's smuggling business on the side, I staged a coup. We replaced him without even breaking a sweat.
How?
Further proof that you bipeds are far duller than us brilliant quadrupedal mice. Everything was going smoothly, and we had a steady supply of pigment. Until that masked stranger up and vanished, taking the secret to its creation with them. I turned the city upside down trying to track them down. I thought no one could hide themselves from me. But they did. Poof! Gone without a trace, like they never even existed.
Yeah, that's Manus Vindicte for you. The little mouse finishes with an excited flourish. Her listeners pause, each deep in contemplation. Anil speaks first.
It must be because of the Valle de Lágrimas' silver ore. I've heard of it before. The locals called the place Fauces de Vora Hombres. Every miner who ventured into its tunnels never returned. In the 18th century, there was a massive mine collapse. No one's managed to find any silver there since. Rumor is the silver they found there shimmers with an extraordinary glow and is highly malleable. Two qualities that make it an exceptionally rare alchemical material. But I've never heard of it being made into a pigment, let alone it being used to grant mice intelligence.
As I'm sure you've noticed, señorita, my children, they no longer speak as I do. It seems the intelligence granted by the pigment must be maintained through regular consumption. Without it, they've turned back into ordinary mice, one after the other.
The young mice stare up at their mother with blank faces, frightened but unaware.
The same tragedy will befall me soon. I can feel it, whether in a month or a matter of weeks. No, I won't let that happen.
That explains your recent desperation. Rushing the auction, expanding your smuggling operation, all in search of a substitute for this arcane pigment. But your efforts were in vain. How sad.
Oh yes, señorita. You think rubbing salt in a victim's wound is fun?
Well, yeah, she's a sociopath. That's exactly what she finds fun.
My hobbies.
Yeah, see, there you go. There you go.
So, Manus Vindicte must have last appeared about a month ago.
So if you put it together quickly, all of this must have happened shortly after the storm reset the era to the 1920. Manus Vindicte arrived, already aware of the hidden mine that had yet to be discovered during this period, with the alchemical knowledge necessary to refine its bounty into the very mineral pigment that she had been searching for. The Institutum researcher weighs her next move.
I will help you, but you need to tell me the exact identities of every Manus member who's dealt with the club.
You know what Manus is?
It's not that I don't want to tell you, but even I, the ever-resourceful Perez, know little about them. I doubt you'll be able to smoke them out either.
Still doubtful, but very much cowed with fear, she takes out a list and hands it over.
Calvaire, Richard Lenoir,
Okay, so we got Diggers, we got
Roland,
Larissa, Fitzwilliam, that was one of the reporters in the previous traces, and then Tyra, the Japanese crab guy who was fucking with Capellia.
Freakish bipeds. They came to this city discreetly, disguised as tourists, journalists, or some harmless arcane society members. They never stayed long. Once a batch of pigment was ready, they vanished soon after. I even asked a friend in the government to help track them down, but they couldn't find any trace
Damn.
of them.
Lawrence Butterfly scans through the names, searching for a glimmer of recognition.
William.
Yes, okay, you recognize Fitzwilliam before your former Xeno classmate, really?
It's William.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. She's a sociopath.
Cultural journalist who came to the city to write reports about local festivals. He isn't just good with a pen, though. He's a skilled smuggler.
Good with the
So
pen
skilled,
shades of
in
mean
fact,
Mark
that
Calloway.
his slippery fingers also
No one's
made
gonna get
off
that. Holy
one
shit.
of
I
the
need to shut up.
members of my club.
Ah, yes, that report. It seems likely that to get the foreign diplomat to agree to the interview, he offered him something from the club as a gift. Our Mr. Darcy has already left the city, but the diplomat will stay until the end of the festival.
That's right. They mentioned that.
Everything lies in that gift.
The gift? Why bother with that? Isn't the pigment what we're really after? Or do you mean the diplomat is a menace number 2? Is the gift itself the pigment?
Once we find the answer to one, we'll uncover the answer to the other.
If you're sure we're on the right track, I'll do all I can to help you out. Our grand operation to retake the pigment will start at sunrise tomorrow. No, make that now. What are you waiting for? Free me so I can gather my men and...
You're not going anywhere, Senor Perez.
You know exactly what you're doing, bro. The correction comes with a cold smile.
You won't be part of this operation. And don't even dream about freedom until I get my hands on the pigment. Better pray I solve this before you lose the last of your wits like your kids.
Crazy.
No! You can't do this to me, you two-legged demon!
Just completely. This is why you need to pay attention. This is why you need to pay attention before negotiating with somebody. She lowers the lid of the pigment case down, slow yet firm, until their cries become muffled squeaks once more. Then she flips the latch down. She walks to the window to take in the last moments of the night. Oh, Folia Terra Son music! A dry night wind blows through the sky, the city as the day dawns on the Day of the Dead. The mask of menace she had worn through her interrogation is gone entirely. All that's left is a woman staring out a window, content but unsmiling.
Senorita Butterfly.
Yeah, I agree. Larissa will be back. It was very interesting that I don't remember her showing up in the SPDM invasion. So they're so like Sophia, they're saving her for something.
Yes, something that connects all the murders. And a soon-to-be victim, alive for the time being.
Increíble. You pieced it all together from just a single glance at that list? But shouldn't you do something right away? You might still be able to save them.
In response, she passes him the list dryly over her shoulder.
Save them? Why would I do that? Don't bother trying to figure me out. Wastes both our time. The murders, the vigile, the gangs, and this whole underground world mean nothing to me. This drama will draw its curtain tomorrow, Dia de los Fieles Difuntos, when the city's residents welcome back their departed faithful. Interrupting such a heartfelt occasion would just be cruel, don't you think? No, I'll infiltrate the diplomat's mansion tomorrow night and attend the festival myself. Though I guarantee you won't be able to find me in the crowd. When the killer strikes and the audience screams, I'll be sitting in the best seat in the house. And prove, as always, that my deductions are flawless.
Oh, she said the line from the trailer.
I think I see your reasoning now, Señorita Butterfly.
The large device she carries makes an audible hum, only noticeable in the silence between them.
Pardon me for asking, but
What the
is
fuck
this
is that?
device you're carrying about?
Yeah, I don't know how people wouldn't ask her about that.
A demonic scale-based additive manufacturing machine, powered by tens of thousands of arcane scales operating simultaneously.
I've never seen such technology.
In layman's terms, you might think of it as a kind of automatic arcane printer for physical items. But it's merely a prop for tomorrow night's performance.
Okay, but if that's what it does, if it's just a printer, how the hell was it able to? How the hell is it able to teleport her into a stage?
The initial of your name, isn't it, Señorita?
Marguerite
What does
Martin.
it stand for? Mystery? Madness? Magic?
You just think she's named something random like that?
Mary. Mia. Mona, perhaps.
No, that's the wrong person, wrong character in this story.
Marguerite.
That's low-key a beautiful name. Trace time. Oh, it's just the full details. Okay, yeah, fairs. Okay, here start the Xeno flashbacks.
Marguerite! Explain what you are doing out here.
This year is 1987, just after the second storm. A cold wind sweeps across the Siberian ice fields, lifting snow from the frozen ground and carrying it far away.
Nothing.
Dang,
Wonderkin,
she was cute when she was younger.
has the same name as me.
He wipes away the writing left in the snow.
Have you forgotten the Hush Squad's #1 rule? No communication with mission targets.
Well, I mean, she's just
When
saying.
the LT assigned you to my squad, he said you had the right stuff to be an excellent Hush trooper. Said you could spot a target in a ghillie suit from 2 kilometers away. More importantly, he said you were smart. So be smart. And don't meddle in things that aren't your concern. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Break's over. Let's move.
Marguerite lifts her rifle and trudges behind her commander into the blistering wind. At last they arrive at the transport vehicle.
What's going on? Why aren't we moving?
It's the engine. Not even our warming incantation can manage against this cold. We might have to
Hello,
stop and
Larissa.
spend the night here.
The subordinate reports, shivering.
Unacceptable. We're still at least 3 days from the Loop Laboratories relay station. We can't afford to lose another. We have to get these transfers done on schedule. Or there's no guarantee we'll have enough time to take shelter when the storm hits.
But I think the deserters need some time to rest as well. Most of them have fallen ill. If we keep going like this, they might not make it to the destination. I think they could use some sleep and proper medication.
That is above your pay grade, Trooper. We were ordered to transfer these deserters, dead or alive.
Really? Well, okay, I don't know exactly what the experiments in the Loop Lab actually consist of.
I'll contact command to confirm the location of our nearest.
Especially
I
given,
want this convoy burning rubber by the end of
especially given it was enough to like
Understood?
drive Igor away, right? This is one of the things that he was talking about when he said that the Pax House is doing some really fucked up shit.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me put it back on auto. Huh. Without a word, Marguerite inspects the broken engine. Nearby, Larissa looks worried.
Sure is cold up near the mines, huh? If I hadn't joined Xeno, I'd probably be sitting in a warm classroom right now. I wonder what university life is like.
Don't dream too much. University can be just as strange as anywhere else.
I can corroborate that. The distant young woman keeps her
Back
gaze
in
lowered.
1999, I was auditing a philosophy class at Cambridge, just to watch some bird-headed professor declare out of the blue that teaching philosophy was an absurd profession.
True.
He quit and joined the Laplace Scientific Computing Center.
Ludwig's such a funny guy.
That's a good one. Going to university in 1999? How old would you have been? 13? 14? How'd a prodigy like you end up stuck in the Hush Squad?
Could be I just enjoy the work. It's calming. Could be that I hope someday to find my purpose here.
Yeah, sure. If walking across an ice field at 40 below isn't calming, I don't know what is.
Study your target, predict their movement, track them down, and then...
She mimics firing a gun with her hand.
That's what makes you calm? You've got to be joking.
Yeah, just joking.
All I've wanted was to join the Flying Witches.
That's arguably more stressful than this.
Stealing intel and carrying out assassinations.
The lieutenant promised that the Hush Squad comes with a generous salary and death benefits.
Oh, fair. Fairs.
You know, at the time, my mom was sick. And then, the storm struck. Guess I didn't really need the money in the end.
A short, dry laugh escapes her lips, but Marguerite doesn't match it.
Do you have any idea what this loop laboratory does, Marguerite? We've transferred over 100 deserters there since summer, but I've never seen any of them come back out. Probably none of my business. I once helped with the Xeno recruitment drive in a war zone. I saw a lot of things there. Those soldiers, they lost everything in the war. They only joined Xeno because they heard they'd get proper meals. Not exactly what I'd call willing recruits. These Arcanist deserters we've been moving, they just weren't ready to face death yet. Marguerite, I'm telling you this because I trust you.
I know what it does.
Gasp.
Huh? What do you mean?
I like how the music stopped, like right when she said that.
Laboratory. It has another name.
The Amber Room. There you go.
At the end of the battle in 1999, a massive number of soldiers were lost to the storm. It was a devastating blow to Xeno's military strength. From then on, the higher-ups had been trying to find a woman named Erd, or to be exact, the woman she was, before being reversed by the storm. That's why they built the Loop Laboratory near the Don River. It's a facility that can resist the storm. The deserters aren't being transferred there for any ordinary training or dry runs. The things they do to the deserters' bodies involve unprecedented arcane powers related to the storm itself.
And it was bad enough to get Igor to realize, yo, this shit is, it's cooked. Like,
I don't think
I need to get out of here,
do you
and I
know
need to
all this?
expose this shit, or not expose, but
I read the classified files sealed in Warehouse Zero at headquarters.
god damn.
You went into Warehouse Zero? They could have shot you just for stepping in there. Tell me you're just joking.
You got me again.
Larissa,
I've got another
lady,
joke.
she's lying.
Sometimes I eavesdrop on Xeno's encrypted telegrams, just for fun. The problem is, the encryption patterns are so repetitive that cracking them's become boring.
I honestly can't tell which of your jokes is more disturbing.
Larissa, oh my
The
god.
European branches have been bending over backwards to look for the original copies of the Tome of Mercury and the Path to Truth. But to find their owners, the famous Cavendish family of alchemists, we'll need the storm.
Is
to
Forget Me
take us
Not the
to
last
the
Cavendish
Tome.
left? I don't remember any mentions of the
A scout
family
from the
other
Buenos
than
Aires
him.
branch has been searching for a rare arcane metal, likely a special silver ore from Mexico's Vale of Tears. And the Egypt branch has sent raw lion tails and sacred scarab wings.
Oh,
to
I would
the
love an
laboratory
Egypt patch. Holy
in
shit, you have
Logos.
no idea. That'd be so gas.
But what does all this mean? What are they trying to achieve?
I'm not sure, but one thing's for certain. It's all connected to the Loop Laboratory's arcane experiments. To find the truth behind the storm.
All those experiments, they must have found something, right?
No, Larissa, not even close.
Like, no! No, of course they fucking haven't, because they're all idiots.
All signs point to a goal coveted by every alchemist, a feat humanity has never succeeded in achieving.
Immortality.
It's hardly surprising they're still groping in the dark, looking for a key object, a step, or more likely, a person. And these so-called deserters? Fodder. Even if they survive the experiments, they'll just be thrown out to face the next storm.
No way. I probably shouldn't ask, Marguerite, but what did you mean by so cold?
Okay. Need to read Miss Grace's character story.
You've guessed already, haven't you?
Yes, what? What are you trying to say?
That these poor wretches are anything but deserters. Apparently, they were unfortunate enough to meet the experiment criteria, so Xeno fabricated their desertion charges and had them sent to the laboratory.
And that's another reason why Igor said
So,
fuck this.
You know the truth. What are you going to do?
He was probably I made a post about this on the Reddit. He was probably one of the people that were forced or not forced, but he was probably one of those one of the people that oversaw. I know it wasn't in the story. I'm just saying I need to read Miss Grace's character story.
I don't know. I need some time to think.
But back to what I was saying, I made a post on the Reddit about how this was probably one of the things Igor was tasked from doing.
Whatever, I mean, I'll give them some medication so they can at least survive the journey there.
Whether he was forced
I know
into
you
it
won't
or
stop me,
he
Marguerite.
believed it, or he believed it to be good initially, doesn't really matter, I guess, but this is one of the things that drove him away.
Larissa, will we be there soon?
Everyone's in bad shape. But we've agreed among ourselves that we don't want to cause you any more trouble. Really. Fomar and Stepan are asleep now. I just hope...
Not in charge of Hush Squad, but he definitely knew what was going on.
Don't
And
worry.
was high enough on the totem pole to give the green light or oversee it, right?
Sylvia, could you help hand out these antipyretics to anyone who needs them?
Oh, of course. We really can't thank you enough, Larissa.
Footsteps crunch behind her, carried by the whipping wind.
Just made contact with the Foundation's Far East branch and... Larissa, Marguerite, what the hell are you doing? Didn't I say these deserters weren't your concern?
We'll be back. A researcher stands before a derelict-looking office and knocks on the door. Oh yes, I remember this.
Mr. Ludwig, were you looking for me?
Their conversation was in German, so I had to translate it back when I watched it on CN. So I'm glad I get to see it now in English.
Being caught up by my bothersome fellow researchers again. Are you in there?
No answer comes. Faint burn marks on the door hint at a severe fire months ago. Suddenly, the sound of lab equipment crashing echoes from inside.
Mr. Ludwig?
Race. Research confirms that the truth behind the storm is very likely tied to a high-value target known as Erd. Our primary objective is to locate and make contact with this individual. Note, we are seeking the original her, prior to any influence from the storm. The identity of any presently existing individual holds no research value. High Command has established a facility known as the Loop Laboratory along the Dawn River, codename Amber Room. Its existence is classified at the highest level and is to be exempt from external inquiry of any kind. The Loop Laboratory has achieved structural immunity to the storm. Per orders, deserters have been transferred to the facility to undergo arcane experiments. All procedures are to be directed, documented, and overseen by our personnel only. All branches are hereby notified of the following resource allocations. Reminder, the Loop Laboratory is of the highest priority. Any intelligence concerning the target Erd must be reported immediately. End of telegram. Igor has had to have gotten his hands on at least one of these. Or at least have, know it existed, have read it. Or maybe it was even being sent to him. Because he mentions the shit that was done to the people in the Amber Room extensively. There's no way he wasn't referring to this. The typical Laplace incident. Yep, that's a very fitting title. The substitute director immediately considers many possibilities: a lab accident, time travel, unstable alchemical elements. He pushes the door open and bursts inside. I like how it looks exactly like his office.
Mr. Ludwig, are you there? His office is even messier than mine.
Several shadowy birds rush toward him, trailing smoke and ash. What the hell even is Ludwig? Like what's his deal? I really want to know. It's one of the reasons I want him to be playable. Other than him just being a straight Chad.
Cool, look. I've got a letter heading this way.
This is before the tour, but I think so, yes, I think so.
I'll keep them occupied.
Because the Ludwig in Last and First Principles was the toy box version of him, right? It wasn't actually Ludwig. So I guess Ludwig was either not around at the time of that story, or he just didn't get himself involved in it. Maybe he was off doing other stuff at another branch.
Save your words for the court.
Seelentausch.
An incantation is cast. The Raven familiars lose their arcane connection, fading into mist and disappearing from the cluttered office.
Was zum... Großartig. Meine Kollegen haben mich nun endgültig in den Wahnsinn getrieben. Hat ja lange genug gedauert. Aber was zur Hölle geht hier vor? Ich habe Ihnen gesagt, dass der ganze Laden nach dem Brand komplett renoviert werden muss. Aber natürlich hat niemand auf mich gehört.
Entschuldigung, Herr Adler. Während meiner Forschung zur Urlaubssprache hat meine Seele meinen Körper für eine Weile verlassen. Eine durchaus spirituelle Erfahrung, muss ich sagen. Seitdem hat sich meine Seele angewöhnt, völlig zufällig in meinen Familiar überzuspringen. Wie Sie sich vorstellen können, ist das gewöhnungsbedürftig. Und es bringt die Erinnerung ziemlich...
Interesting.
Diesmal ist es passiert.
Chills when he's the limited. And he brings like a remembrance from HSR-esque mechanic. No, that's be stupid. Bubak will never do a male limited. Ezio doesn't count, he's a collab character.
Ach, keine Sorge um mich. Ich hatte meinen Anteil an Forschungsunfällen. Gehört alles zum Beruf.
He takes a moment to straighten his collar.
More importantly, Mr. Adler, have you made any progress on the arcane pigment investigation since our last meeting? Be it from Institutum Lorenz or the Foundation investigator dispatched at our request.
I did receive a report from Miss Latham 2 days ago. She has made contact with the local vigilance bureau. Apparently, some arcanist criminal organization is operating an extensive smuggling ring within Mexico City. It's been hindering her investigation in a number of ways.
I worry for her safety. I do hope the vigils look after her.
My thought exactly. I've made clear that her own safety is top priority. She should be under the vigil's protection now. While we're ruminating on the topic, there's something I feel needs clarification. I had thought the pigment investigation was a request from the staff committee, but you're the only member who has shown any interest in its progress. The request came directly from you, didn't it?
Yep.
Well deduced, Mr. Adler. You've heard about the conflict between the internal factions of the Foundation, I assume?
Yes, this is another thing I wrote about on the Reddit, how
impacts have affected Laplace as
well. Laplace's the power struggle, the Foundation power struggle was going to most definitely affect Laplace.
Paid me a visit. He warned me that over half of the staff committee supports the proposal of a comprehensive policy reform at Laplace. Should it pass, Laplace may lose its independence and become a full subsidiary of the Foundation. He asked me to join the staff committee and oppose this policy.
I'm interested in as to why people, why there are multiple higher-ups in Laplace that actively want it to lose its independence. I am curious as to why that's true.
Indeed, it would give us better leverage, if nothing else. But we don't have much time on our hands. Their hawks are gaining support from more commissioners as we speak. For now, all I can do is delay the proposal's review process.
Typical politics. You once led the Plesetsk branch, Mr. Ludwig, and as I am sure you can see, I have never been one for matters of politics or leadership. I was only appointed to maximize the chance of preserving and continuing Director Lucy's research. That is to say, is there any chance we could bring Director Lucy back to Laplace?
Yes, I remember this.
Whether possible or not,
I thought that last and first principles would be what does that, but no, that is...
If Miss Latham's investigation yields no significant progress soon, all we can do is wait for good news from Lorenz Butterfly.
Like, canonically, she's just chilling, right? And apparently Igor visited her. We know that because of one of his voice lines. I wonder what they did.
But we know nothing about this Lorenz Butterfly. aside from a few unorthodox
Maybe they played
papers
chess.
and provocative letters.
Bird-headed scientist chooses to remain silent, but the cryptic response proves a poor choice when dealing with an expert cryptologist.
Wait a minute. Unmöglich. You know who Lorenz Butterfly is, don't you?
It was the year of 1999. At the time, I was a visiting professor at Cambridge University. There was a student in my class, far too brilliant for her exceptionally young age. The staff told me she wasn't an enrolled student. She simply came every week to attend my lecture. I had intended to recommend her for admission, but, of course, the storm disrupted everything. I ended up leaving Cambridge and joining Laplace myself. After the second storm, I paid the university a visit and saw that young lady again.
Are you saying she survived multiple storms on her own?
I remember
Yes.
people threw a big
Though she
stink
didn't
about
share
this,
the details, I could tell she
and
was
it's
hiding a
really
secret,
not that big of a
running
deal.
from some serious danger.
Anyone and their mother, in this
She
universe,
had
can
an
survive the storm. In all
exceptional gift
honesty,
for the sciences.
like it's really not that big of an
Naturally, I
issue.
invited her to join Laplace.
But from what little we know of her, she's dangerous.
I trust you would not mistake me for an idealist, Mr. Adler. Dangerous as she may be, we need her help, especially in times like these. That said, should she
And that's another
become
thing, like
completely out of
like
control,
Ludwig is protecting her.
I
She's
hope
not
to
doing
be her one and
she's not
only victim.
she's not doing all of this on her own. Well,
You have done little
she's
to
not
reassure
operating the
me,
way she
Mr.
is without
Levin.
help.
Aber vielleicht hast du recht. Wir müssen jeden Preis weitermachen. Alle sind so verbissen entschlossen. Es wird Zeit, dass auch ich die Kraft aufbringe, weiter durchzuhalten.
I like how this kind of sets the
I will
state. This
continue to
kind of
monitor Miss Latham's progress.
it kind of what's it called? Foreshadows the fact that the next patch is about Enigma. True. There's only one idealist. Yeah, they have him locked up at a room at the top of Laplace headquarters. Okay. Oh, I see. That's right. This is what he was describing. I need this guy as a playable character like so badly. You have no idea how much I want this guy to be a character. Like his powers seem so interesting, and I really want to know how Blue Puck will decide to translate that into playable unit form.
Cool, look! I've got a letter heading this way.
I had the rear.
All right, don't waste your breath. Keep your guard high.
The feathers will answer.
The wind will lead the way.
Before chapter, I think so.
Be careful. Swift as hair.
I don't think this actually spoils anything about the Amber Room.
Are there any injuries? Just give me a shout. I'm here to help.
Yeah, I unfortunately saw that image that went viral, and it is grim. It is very, very grim. If that's a lot of people's first taste of this game, then oof, it's not looking good.
At the ready.
I got Lorenz's Psycube without playing through everything. I kind of just spammed one of the few stages that was open to me until I had 8,000.
I had the
I didn't really feel the
Keep your goggles on. Who's
I didn't really feel like waiting until streaming again to
a flawless defense?
get the IQ, but at the same time I wanted to finish the rest of the story on stream.
Cleats in the solid stone.
Are there any injuries? Just give me a shout. I'm here to help.
The two accused murderers at last reach their safe house to regroup. Somehow, this empty little hovel, bathed in moonlight in a deserted cemetery, manages to feel cozy and welcoming.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, about that. Could you wait, Mr. Adler? I need a second to replace my reel so I can answer you properly.
Loggerhead speaks into her communicator. Beside her, Ramona sets down their fellow escapee and begins carefully cleaning her of the dirt and dusty footprints she had gathered in the fight.
Oh, your technique is most delicate.
She is such a
mademoiselle.
fake, I don't
Were
care.
you once a professional art restorer? Or a collector, perhaps?
She cares.
No,
Stop being a
never have.
tsundere, she cares.
I can't say I've got much experience.
Actually, no,
with
don't
art.
stop being a tsundere.
I just expel
I
arcane
quite
energy
like
from
it.
crime scenes.
Is that so? Well, you should know that I happen to be carrying
When did
quite
we?
a number of
When did the
murder
Reddit
weapons
stop
and a
doing
few cops
VA
than me.
AMAs? Because one thing I hate that Bluepock does is they almost never reveal their voice actors. It is so frustrating. This game has incredible voice direction, and I would love to give props to the voice actors that are bringing these characters to life. But like half of them we don't even know. Like Melania is the first character that this game has ever released on a time limited banner, on a event banner. She's the first character they've ever done, and we still don't know who her first voice actor is. Still, we're in year 3 and we still don't know who plays Melania. It's crazy.
I need to replace some components in my head, else I could suffer a continuous memory loss.
It annoys the crap out of me. Like, I don't even know how people find out who they are.
I was sure I deflected that bullet.
Like, sometimes I just randomly check the wiki and then bang,
Yeah, you did.
the voice actor is there. But even when I go to like their IMDb page and all their social medias, they don't say, "Oh, I played this." There are some exceptions, but
The mishap that tops my list of most
I have no idea how people find this out. Like Charon's VA was revealed like pretty recently, and I don't even know how because I did not see his social media reveal anything about Reverse.
Hey, this isn't on me. It's on them.
Twitter? I don't think it was revealed on Twitter either. I looked him up. I couldn't find anything. Maybe he posted it after. I have no idea. There's multiple VAs we
They'll
didn't
send their agents to
we didn't
raid the
know.
club and run Betes into the ground.
Like there was
I'd bet on it.
when I was first making In Response to Certain Doom, I wanted to kind of do something similar to the opening credits of the Watchmen movie. With Cosmic Overture to kind of begin the intro, but we don't know Hisabeth's VA, we don't know Pointer's VA.
Yeah,
It's just so frustrating.
clear
So I
out
scrapped that
arcane energy,
idea.
Not criminals.
And as proud as I am of that video, I wish I could have been able to execute that original vision.
You two stay here for now. Place should be safe from the club's goons.
Safe and free at last. I simply couldn't ask for more. Thank you so very much for dragging me out of that torturous place. This might sound a little forward, but might you possibly find me somewhere to be hung up? Somewhere pleasant, please? Ah, how I long for a place to call home.
Yes, Pointer.
Preferably among fellow
If
arcanists.
Pointer comes back,
certainly wouldn't say no
I
to
would
such a
love. I would
lovely
love. I love her
family.
character. I would. And compared to and Rorschach's my favorite character in Watchmen, so comparing them was a no-brainer. I really like Pointer. I'd love to have her get her own patch like
You'll not be
Adler did.
disappointed by my services. I assure
Don't know
you.
what the hell she would do
I can hide all
gameplay-wise.
manner of wicked secrets within my frame, for example.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm a.
Manus Vindictae forced me to swallow all sorts of rubbish in France. Only to
Have
be
you read
smuggled
Watchmen before?
across
Have you ever read?
Atlantic
Have you read
and
Watchmen,
thrown
or
into the
is this kind of
darkest
like your?
corner of the Turquoise Serpent Club.
Was that video kind of like your first exposure to the IP? I highly recommend the original comic. It is a masterpiece. The movie is good too. Don't get me wrong, but it's basically a shot for it's damn near a shot for shot remake of the novel. Aside from a few changes. Support Hisabeth. That would be cool.
This is a miraculous mirror I received at a market in Paris.
I've always imagined her having like. I read Watchmen in high school. Oh, it's been some time then, huh?
This little conch is
I highly recommend giving it a reread. I do.
Threw it at me when I was stranded on the Mediterranean coast.
Yeah, as for what Pointer does, no idea how she'd work combat-wise. I always imagined her having like a gun. I've always imagined her having guns in her fingers like Aegis from P3. I don't know. It just kind of fits. More specifically in her pointer finger, like she just uses the finger gun. I always thought that would be a funny idea.
Huge backyard called the Wilderness to boot. More importantly, you'll meet all kinds of wonderful people there.
Oh la la! A chance for rebirth sent straight from the heavens. I can hardly wait.
I'll ask the timekeeper about it once I get back to the Foundation.
What the hell are you talking about? Suddenly she senses movement outside. Footsteps approach from just beyond the cemetery gate.
You just couldn't leave me and the spirits here alone, huh?
Ooh boy.
Forgive the intrusion,
It's our
Senor
real
Muriel.
Latino man.
Might I have a moment of your time?
Sure, if you don't mind standing. Don't have any drinks to offer either. Living with the dead usually means peace and quiet. Not so much tonight.
She leads the visitor aside. Nearby, the two awakened items lean in to listen.
Your friend certainly made your presence known at the auction. I hear every gang in the city is trying to sniff you out. Signora Luisa even put a bounty of 50,000 Sharpodontes on your heads.
God damn.
That's
light work for us.
Here and tell me I'm a wanted woman. I doubt those goons can find me someplace. And clearly you're not here on their behalf either.
Correct.
Light work for the average
here
timekeeper. I don't even need that money. He stops himself and then shifts the
I
topic.
just wanted to ask you something. You attended the auction to investigate the serial murders, see? Were you able to track down the culprit?
You serious? You saw what happened. I was framed for the 6th murder. From now on, smoking out Perez is the Vigil business, not mine. You didn't seriously expect me to catch the bastard, did you?
No need to be modest. The Vigil would never have gotten this close were it not for the crucial information you provided. But there's something else. I suspect Senor Perez isn't the true culprit.
Wow, really? He takes a deep breath and produces the list he got from
I've been thinking
Perez.
it over all morning. You should see this. I met a young woman. She doesn't work for the Veillette Bureau. nor does she intend to stop the next martyr. But she did help me find this list. I dare not fathom what might happen if we don't do something. This could be your last chance.
Last chance for what? Actually, forget it. I got a hunch I won't like what you're gonna say.
Ramona accepts the lead, once again thrust into the role of reluctant investigator.
Thank you, señorita. You have a kind heart.
Fake
I wish you
IDGAFer.
success with your investigation.
As he disappears from view, the others begin to look over his list.
Golly! A critical clue delivered right to your doorstep! You really do have influence in this city, Miss Ramona.
Hey, painting lady. You ever seen or heard of any of these people?
Let's see. Oh, indeed I do. I know them quite well. These are all members of Manus Vindictae. A few I have not met in person, but I recognize their names. To think I once considered them friends. Ah, what a foolish collection of brushstrokes I am. Though I must admit the days we spent in Paris were among the few truly happy moments in my life.
Ramona clears her throat, attempting to steer the lady away from an overlong trip down memory lane.
This list shows the Menace members responsible for smuggling pigment and coordinating with the club.
So, if we find them, we find the arcane pigment. Let's do it!
Settle down, Latham. See the timestamps here? Their last smuggling run was a while ago. For all we know, they've already skipped out of Mexico entirely. Then again, why would Añil give me this list? Perez isn't our guy. What did I miss? Is the answer somewhere on this list?
He looks over the names, attempting to find some connection. Inside her, a map of the city lights up the spot.
Ledru Rollin. Stayed at Rosa's Inn for 3 days. Booked it after burning down her kitchen. Rosa asked me to track him down using my ancestral psychic ability. Pretty disappointed when I told her I'm not a psychic. Neither were my parents. Frauds, the both of them.
I remember him. I often saw him tinkering with dangerous-looking alchemical materials. The poor man seemed to have lost his mind the moment he put on that mask.
Yeah, that tends to happen.
Maybe that's why he blew up Rosa's kitchen.
Diggers.
Oh, fuck that guy.
Government facility, claiming he only wanted to see the works of the muralism movement up close. The guards and patrol officers threw him out, of course. Got a friend in the government, Diego. He told me all about this guy.
Oh, that hip fellow. Still alive, is he? I haven't heard a word from him since he went to Tierra del Fuego with the preacher.
Is that his anecdote? I can't remember at all.
It's William.
I remember something going around about him and Sophia doing shit, but I can't remember where.
Featuring his interview with a foreign diplomat. Style was totally bloated. Only made it into the city's best-selling paper because of the diplomat's status. Rumor is, he gave him all kinds of stuff to make sure he got the interview.
Hélas, Fitzwilliam. Monsieur Perez was sick to death of the greed of that man. One day, as I was sitting in the warehouse, I spied him barge in and make off with all manner of valuables. A golden pendant, an antique statuette, a turquoise mask, and even a most exquisite quetzal tiara. Talk about greedy. He also stole a few paintings, once depicting indigenous people in Mexican mythology, I believe, before stuffing everything into a giant bag and disappearing.
paintings?
Oui, chérie. There are countless works of art in the club. In fact, I heard that Diplomat has a particular interest in art exhibitions. Perhaps it was those very paintings that Fitzwilliam used to curry favor with him.
Every detail from each crime scene flashes through Ramona's thoughts. Then it clicks into place. The picture, once fuzzy, becomes clear.
How could I not see it? The key to solving these killings isn't in the Turquoise Serpent Club.
Whatever do you mean?
The first murder, a vagrant drowned next to a pile of trash out in the desert. Case was freaky. Got passed to the Vigil Bureau because of it. The second, a businessman drowns before falling into his own vivarium, only to be shredded to pieces by his own critters.
Jesus.
The third collapsed in a bustling plaza. The fourth in a monastery. The fifth in an apartment. No link found between any of them, except for the way they died. It was right in front of me the whole time. In the junkyard, in the monastery's office, and on the plaza's wall. Latham, you remember that scorched strip of cloth we found at the fifth crime scene?
Yeah, I remember. The one with 3 symbols on it, right? It's the logo of the Turquoise Serpent Club. That's what led us to the auction.
But it isn't about the logo. What matters is the strip itself. It was linen, part of the canvas of a burnt-up painting.
Painting? But what about the 6th murder? That lady was killed right in front of us. And there weren't any paintings near.
The reel stops in place.
Wait. Exactly. A painting was being auctioned off at the time. We should have seen it sooner. It all makes sense. Every single one of the crime scenes had a painting near it. The key to solving the case is in the paintings.
Then, what Fitzwilliam brought to the Diplomat would be...
We need to warn him!
He's at a party near Senora Juarez's family ofrenda, a businesswoman. If we move fast, we might still be able to get to him before the killer does.
Roger that, partner! Operation Save the Day is a go!
Even with a solid lead on the means and the killer's next target, Ramona can't shake the feeling that something is still missing.
No, Latham. You're injured. You should stay here with the lady.
What? Lone wolves in the movies almost always meet a tragic end. I can't let a friend get into trouble by themselves!
Neither can I.
Aww.
Huh? Oh, wait, you mean I'm your friend too?
She's such a fake. She's so fake. It's so cute.
But something's still fishy. All these victims, Diplomat included, look familiar to me. But why? Where else have I seen them, besides the newspapers and reports? And more importantly, why
Latina
me?
Tsundere. Oh my god, thank you, Blue Puck. You
Why
know
am
me
I
so
the one
well.
who found all these clues, huh? Just because I was at the scene? Because I know the city like the back of my hand? Or because I happen to be a descendant of a famous psychic family? Don't make me laugh. No, this isn't a coincidence. It can't be.
Ramona! Hold on!
Time to lock in. Boggerhead limping, can't keep up. Hold on, I completely forgot to do this. Claim the rewards from. Another thing I love about this is the backdrops are some of the best in the game. It's so beautiful. Like, you can see the detail that went into it. It's stunning. The night is made hazy with the smoke of an unaccountable number of candles. The ofrenda holds food and drinks. Marigolds glow in vivid colors. Pictures and paintings of the dead smile down on the living.
It is my great honor to join you in celebrating Dia de los Fieles Difuntos on this fabulous evening. Ah, you must be Senor Mac from the United States. How are you enjoying your stay in Mexico City? Just as I promised, is it not?
Mighty fine indeed. Thanks again for your invitation, man.
I love his accent. It's so fun.
I think I'm falling in love with this city already.
A lot of people don't like how exaggerated a lot of the accents are in this game, but I personally find it really charming. That's one of my favorite aspects about it, actually. An unexpected visitor appears at the entrance.
Well, look who it is. A pleasant surprise indeed. I thought you weren't coming, Senora Niel.
Buenas noches, Senora Juarez.
I owe you my thanks for your beautiful restoration of the murals on my family's tomb. I do so hope you enjoy yourself tonight.
I'm sure I will. Thank you for your kind invitation, Senora.
He walks toward the brilliantly decorated ofrenda, his grim-faced presence clashing with the joyful atmosphere.
This was a mistake. For her, and for me. Senorita Ramona is nowhere to be seen. Perhaps she isn't coming. No, she'll show her face. She's sure to recognize the significance of that list. And Senorita Butterfly must be hidden somewhere nearby.
I really like Anil and how he's essentially the link, the connecting thread between this entire story and all the loose ends.
I would like to express my thanks to Mrs. Juarez for kindly hosting us tonight. Here in Mexico City, I have been able to witness and feel the beauty of your culture. The Dia de los Muertos celebration has shown me the extraordinary way in which the Mexican people remember, celebrate, and reunite with their departed loved ones. And I have truly been moved by it. Now, please join me in raising a toast to all those past and to all who yet live. Let the party begin.
Guests laugh and toast, raising their glasses in show of respect to the diplomat. Yet, as the attendees sip their drinks and cheer, someone approaches and whispers to the diplomat. The glasses have not even lowered before the two of them step away from view.
He seems on edge. Did something happen? I should follow him.
But his motion is cut off by another arrival.
You didn't say you'd be here.
I couldn't help but worry about you after I gave you that list.
Huh. You can't even protect yourself. Why are you worrying about anyone else? Get out of here before the killer makes a move. Place is crowded. No one's gonna bother to save you when they strike.
She shifts her eyes over toward the diplomat as she speaks. He is standing in a quiet corner, speaking with someone who appears to be a younger aide.
What? How could that be? Enough of your excuses. In any case, we mustn't let Mrs. Juarez get wind of this.
The diplomat scolds him and they begin to argue. The aide shifts nervously and then shoots his hand into its pocket.
Oh no. He's got a weapon. We gotta stop him.
I think I remember what happens. She was wrong, right? She mistakes it's the classic reaches into his pocket, but it's not actually a weapon.
I'll keep them occupied.
Keep your guard high. Don't waste your breath.
Flying feathers.
A flawless defense.
The wind will lead the way.
Are there any injuries? Just give me a shout. I'm here to help.
The thought to be assailant, falls to the ground. He lifts his hand from his pocket, revealing nothing more than festive candy likely taken from an ofrenda far too soon.
What on earth is wrong with you? Think you could go around roughing up my men? Who are you? Some local gangsters?
Senor, listen. You're in serious danger. He was gonna assassinate you.
What nonsense are you spouting? He was just delivering a report. It's the painting I gave Mrs. Juarez. Apparently, the color has faded in one spot. My assistant was only asking me to check it over.
That's...
A painting from the Turquoise Serpents Club? Where is it? You need to give it to me now. If you want to live, you need to stay away from that painting.
The diplomat's mood shifts. He seems frightened, certainly, but not of the painting she warns him about.
You're from one of those xenophobic Arcanist groups, aren't you?
What?
Suarez warned me about people like you. What are you planning to do, huh? Kill me in front of all these people?
No, no, senor. Listen to me, I'm trying to help you.
Help! Intruders!
Ugh, here goes. His words stop. A painful rasp replaces them. He grabs his throat, struggling for air. They have moved without noticing to the part of the courtyard where gifts are displayed.
What on earth? Senor, are you alright?
No te acerques tanto. Ese poder arcano podría ahogarte junto con él.
Where am I? Is that a lake beneath the water? Help!
The diplomat's voice falls into a rasp, then silence. He crumples into a heap on the ground.
This is just like
what happened at the auction. The killer can't be far. Must still be hiding somewhere near the ofrenda.
Ramona hears a rustle in the grass behind her. She turns with just enough time to spy a figure darting away.
Get him!
The city street is crowded with people celebrating. The raucous mood and shifting mass of people obscure sight in every direction. They have lost sight of their culprit.
Maldita sea.
we lost them. This is a wealthy area. The mansions on this street must have guards at their entrances. We can ask them if they saw anyone suspicious.
No time for that. The paintings are the key to the killer's MO. But what else am I missing? The diplomat already had the painting for a while before the party. That journalist must have given it to him a few days ago. So why'd the killer wait so long? And why strike in front of so many people? Why do it on the night of one of our biggest festivals? That's gotta be it. It's all about the timing.
Timing, you say? So it has something to do with Dia de los Fieles Difuntos.
That's right. The second night of Dia de los Muertos. The night we welcome back and reunite with the faithful departed. Death is just a part of the cycle of life, right? I bet the killer thinks so too. And they chose tonight because they're trying to lead the spirits of the victims somewhere? Someplace they aren't meant to be?
Oh, you have no idea. She looks down, countless marigold petals spread out beneath her feet, forming a path to guide the dead. It stretches far into the distance.
Huh. That may be the answer. See? Someone's laid a trail of marigolds out the back door.
The vivid glow of marigolds is what's said to guide spirits back to the land of the living.
They want us to follow this path, huh? Fine. Then let's go.
The quiet, stately building marks the end of the marigold trail.
You're kidding. Of all the places.
We know exactly what it is. The library, the Vigiles base. White smoke from burning copal fills the air, mixed with the scent of old
The
books.
Mexico City People's Library. Home to the Vigil Bureau's temporary branch. Why here?
She lights a candle. The small flame does little to brighten the vast darkness of the room before her.
Wait, Anil. I'm not sure what might lie ahead. You better stay back.
Understood. I wouldn't want to be a liability. I'll await a certain young woman here, and do my best to ensure she doesn't interfere with your actions. Be careful.
Yeah, at this point in time, Ramona knows nothing about
Your
Lorenz Butterfly.
safety is more important than anything.
Foreshadowing. She reminds herself that it is the same place she's entered 100 times before. The bookshelves stand in their usual order. The lobby floor shines. The only difference is that no one is here.
They must have dispatched some top officers to the club after they got my report. Others will be out on patrol, making sure the festival doesn't have any Arcanum-related accidents. Still, I can't believe they would just leave the place empty. That makes no sense. There must be.
Her words fade into the still air. Around another corner, the receptionist lies passed out on the floor. Even unconscious, her face is tight with fear, as if trapped in a nightmare.
No. Help. Still breathing. Trapped in a living nightmare or something. A whole lot of pneuma gathered here. Someone's activated a ritual. A big one. Power of it's knocked out anyone in the area. Who the hell be able to set up a large-scale arcane ritual like this? In a Vigil Bureau branch? And how?
Ramona lifts the candle and looks towards the stairs.
That mural. The one with the missing artist. But now it's finished.
As how many times had she seen that mural? Those faces, the familiar scene, vivid yet silent, unfinished for as long as she had worked with vigils here. She had never truly committed the faces of those young people in the mural to memory, but now they almost seem familiar.
Could this be the killer's final piece? And I followed their marigold trail here. Am I their final target?
Ooh,
You finally come. Teresita, my dear friend.
Fuck you.
Teresita?
Your bitch is
You
dead!
think I'm a friend of yours? Is that why you chose me?
You've truly forgotten everything.
Yes, duh.
That's quite alright. I hope you remember.
No, fuck off, she's mine. Fuck off.
This mural is my first and final piece of the era. A product of blood, sweat, and tears. A tribute to the Mexican mythos you held so dear. One that honors both the sacred traditions of our ancestors and our courageous struggles in the modern world. You see, no matter how strange this world becomes, I will never abandon our shared dream. I incorporated each of us into the painting, just as I have done many times before. Think of it as a celebration of our rebirth. I've waited a long time for this reunion. 4 long years. Crossing several storms under Manus Vindicte's protection. I chased all sorts of myths and legends.
I will say though, his voice actor is really good.
And I finally found it.
If only Bupak revealed who they are. Jesus.
Once death determines the soul's reincarnation. And so tonight, the souls of our warriors will be reborn, like butterflies emerging from their cocoons, carried on sacred winds from the north. This is our reunion. One not even death can keep us from.
Cool, look up! I've got a letter heading this way.
Oh yes, that's right, she's on the team. Maybe I should have played Poison here.
I have the rear.
Oh well.
Keep your guard high.
I'll keep them occupied.
Give me some...
I have the rear.
Don't waste your... Keep your guard...
I'll keep them occupied. Flying feathers.
Be careful. Swift as hair. This is a mess. Leave me alone. My responsibility. This is a mess.
Take this.
先到主意，万恶皆除，降了出。I'll handle the purification.
Restraint?
Swift as an arrow.
Hold on. Give me something heavy.
There's strength in restraint.
You are in my jurisdiction.
Here, take a primrose.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Verdad revelada, disfraces disipados.
Doubt I can stop him out there. I gotta try to break the ritual from the inside. But if I fail, The mural might swallow me up for good. It's all or nothing now. Come on.
Return to your position.
The dripping sound breaks the quiet, but its source remains hidden. The sense of space fades away as her mind sinks into darkness.
Que duermas bien, Teresita. Fall into the dream.
Oh, they're playing it.
Our irreplaceable memory of the past. Cuando despiertes, todo habrá vuelto a ser como antes. La belleza de nuestros días de gloria.
Teresita? Who are you talking about?
Endless water stretches out before her. A lake as wide as Texaco was once been. A cold color guides her awareness as it moves through the depths of myth. Her long journey ends when she finds her destination and slips into a fragile container made of fragments of memory.
Soy Teresita.
Oh boy. This memory container, as thin as a paper boat, floats to a stop on the water. Around her, a rough memory forms on a stage. Happiness hangs like a fog, showing how its owner once felt.
Teresita.
Perdón, tenía la mente en otra parte. Ustedes...
Me llamo Muriel. Maria asked me to welcome you on her behalf. From this day forth, you're officially a fellow member of the Midnight Kitchen.
You're Maria's new student? Oh, sorry. I don't mean to be rude. I'm just surprised you're so young.
No need to apologize. You're not the first to say so. But I've been painting for as long as I can remember.
The Midnight Kitchen. An interesting name. An homage to Montmartre's Bateau Lavoir, is it?
No, nothing like that. We first started gathering in Maria's kitchen late at night, so Antonio suggested we name our little club after it. Maria founded it in hopes of creating a space for like-minded artists to have open and meaningful discussions. She's been planning to start a magazine on Mexico's artistic transformation. And she said you have some wonderful ideas and insights on the art of indigenous peoples. She said you could teach us all about it while she's away on her exhibition tour in the United States.
Well, I'll do my best. Though I have to say, teaching has never been my strong suit. Don't set your expectations too high.
Dang, she even kind of sounds like Ramona in that
I'll
intonation.
your paintings first.
Trust me, you won't be disappointed.
The atmosphere thickens and darkens, only uncertain, worry, and conflict remain.
Eres un pintor genial, Muriel. Tu obra causará revuelo en todo el mundo.
You're too kind. But as much as I appreciate such praise, you know fame has never been my goal. And I wouldn't accept the title of genius either. I simply love to paint, to create alongside my dear friends.
Your goals are admirable in themselves. Though more than genius, your greatest gift lies in your unending passion. Still, I can't help but wonder if this movement is on the right track.
Is this about that article Nuevas Masas?
Sí. We once saw our movement as revolutionary, a force to change our society for the better. But, as Sekiro said, it seems it may have already fallen under the thumb of the petite bourgeoisie.
I remember this idea was also touched on in the Assassin's Creed story.
History and
This was
culture as a
there was
people.
kind of a there was also a focus on art that revolved around a mural in La Primavera di Firenze.
We wanted to create
It had a similar idea to this. In a lot of their stories, Blue Pac really does like telling us, you know, how they feel about art as a concept, and that's something I really appreciate.
Teresita?
I'm having second thoughts. Painting these murals on the walls of grand buildings. Perhaps it's been a mistake all along. Why did you turn down Lucas's invitation, Muriel? Paris is the center of the art. You know Rivera went to Europe to study around your age, don't you? An opportunity like this doesn't come all that often.
No quiero irme de México, Teresita. No puedo. Quiero quedarme aquí, junto a mis amigos. You saw the debate at the Palacio de Bellas Artes? We're at a critical turning point for the muralist movement.
Which is precisely why I want you to refine your skills in Europe, Muriel. It would do you good to free yourself from this mental turmoil. Art can change the world. I still believe that. But there are many obstacles we need to overcome. A challenge that has kept Maria very busy, and for which the progress has hardly been satisfactory. I shouldn't distract you with all this.
Mire, si eso es lo que deseas, Teresita.
Entonces hazlo. Haz nuestro sueño realidad, chamaco. El futuro depende de ti. Futuro. Sueño. ¿El sueño de quién? ¿Yo? Suena inspirador, pero...
Her thoughts drift out of her body, caught helpless in the tide of a deep and rolling sea. He reaches out and stirs the emotions before her. Joy and happiness fade at her touch like mist.
No siento alegría alguna. Aquí no hay más que tristeza.
He whispers the words too difficult to speak aloud.
Hay algo muy olvidado. Tengo que encontrarlo.
Really glad to see the poem in English this time, because when it was in CN I had no idea. I tried looking it up, I couldn't find anything. Cantares Mexicanos. never heard of that before. Collection of poems. Okay.
Ha pasado mucho tiempo, Teresita. María, Antonio, Carmen y yo. Todos te hemos extrañado muchísimo. Bienvenida de nuevo.
Muriel, when did you return from Europe? How many years have passed since then? I can't seem to remember at all. Well, please, tell me all about your time in Paris.
He wears a strange, sorrowful expression.
Where do I begin? A lot has happened over the past 4 years. I encountered an arcanist organization called Manus Vindictae. With their help, I survived an event called the Storm. Many times, in fact. But by the time I returned home, I realized everyone I knew had perished. What I returned to was no longer the Mexico I knew.
Oh, my dear Muriel. I'm so sorry to hear it. Perhaps Maria and I shouldn't have sent you to Europe.
But I learned so much there. While I was in Paris, I learned from Professor Rousseau's research. His efforts to find a resurrection ritual led us to discover depths of myth. The sea of humanity's collective unconscious. His failure proved that a successful resurrection requires the alignment of multiple nearly impossible conditions.
Interesting.
But at least the professor's research pointed me in the right direction. Do you recall the Temascal ceremony we once talked about?
The cleansing ritual?
That's the one. Drawing from the Temascal ceremony, Professor Rousseau's research, and countless other texts, I have finally created the ultimate ritual of resurrection. Using special herbs and arcane skills as a catalyst, we may transfer our existence into a painting, where we'll be enveloped by absolute darkness. And within that primal void, we can regain our purest consciousness and rediscover who we truly are, who we were meant to be. The ritual requires a unique arcane silver ore, which I was fortunate to find here, in this era's Valle de Lágrimas. From it, I crafted a pigment of infinite malleability, one capable of recreating almost anything, even our memories and identities. The sea of collective unconscious is the deepest layer of the human mind, the origin of all things. Rest assured, Teresita, I will reconstruct you completely, body and mind, from the depths of myth.
I'm not sure I entirely follow. But I see that you are every bit the genius I always knew you were, Muriel. Who else would connect resurrection rituals to an ancient sweat lodge ceremony?
I've tried everything over the years. But I finally found a method that works, Teresita. I'm so thankful that I found you again.
I'm happy you have too. From the bottom of my heart. But I almost feel as if I've forgotten something important.
Now is the year of 1920. The start of a decade you and Maria once longed for. The muralist movement has just begun. I'll ensure we won't make the same mistakes we did last time.
It isn't like you to care about anything beyond your paintings.
People change. It was only after I left you and the others that I realized how lucky I was to live a life completely dedicated to my art.
But we have changed for the better, Muriel. You've grown up. Can take care of yourself now. You no longer need Maria or me to protect you. Knowing that, I can continue my search for what I've forgotten.
Is it really so important? More important than our dream? Than Maria, Antonio, all our friends of the Midnight Kitchen?
It is. It's only a haze to me, but deep down, I know it is more important than anything. I'm sorry, Muriel. Until I find it, I can't pursue our dream with you.
No debes seguir más adelante, Teresita. Mientras más profundo avances, más se debilita mi ritual. La esencia de tu mente podría borrarse por completo en las profundidades del mito. ¿Estás realmente segura de que quieres irte? Sabiendo que tu propia existencia podría desaparecer.
Es tan hermoso. Aquellos recuerdos brillaban, centelleaban como cristal. Gracias por mostrármelos, Muriel. Pero tienes que entenderlo. Nada dura para siempre.
Her voice slowly shifting back into Ramona's. God, this VA is so good. Holy shit. I know I've made jokes about how attractive it is, but fuck, she killed it. Genuinely. On every level, killed it.
Pero no me pertenece. Igual que esos recuerdos que obligaste a entrar en mi mente. Ahora necesito encontrar mi verdadero yo. Necesito encontrar a Ramona.
Por favor, detente, Teresita. Por favor, no me hagas esto. No puedo perderte otra vez.
And again, as much as I joke about Muriel and I make fun of him, he really is a truly sympathetic character.
Ich werde meine Pflicht erfüllen.
Que sean tu armadura y tu guía.
Didn't mean to skip that shit. I forgot there was dialogue at the beginning of this.
A través de las aguas infinitas.
Tu armadura es exactamente lo que me ha aprisionado. ¿No puedes ver eso, Muriel? Solo me estás obligando a destruir tus recuerdos.
I'll keep them occupied.
Don't waste your breath. Keep your guard high.
Flying feathers.
A well-measured strike. My responsibility. Cleaving solid stone.
Peace and quiet. A sacred charge.
先到主意，万恶皆除，降了出。
haciendo esto. No. No puedo dejar que te desvanezcas en las profundidades del mito.
The strain is part of the training. Don't waste your breath.
I have the rear.
Please, stop this violence.
A flawless defense. The wind will lead the way.
Go.
Peace and quiet.
No, I'm not crying now. It's a very good story, though. I have never cried to a reverse chapter since Showdown Chinatown. And that's because of personal reasons that I'll definitely discuss one day when I make a video on that particular story.
Let me handle the pain.
The feathers will answer.
Ah, the trailer music. I remember the server I'm in with most of my friends, we do watch parties for the PVs. When this came on, it was like hype as shit. Like, this boss theme is incredible.
You are in my jurisdiction.
This one's come a long, long way. A necessary counterattack. Keep your guard high. Restraint is part of the training.
Here, take a primrose.
No, it is not.
Todo está roto y desaparecido. Nuestro viaje, nuestros sueños y el futuro al que no podemos llegar. Que descansen en las profundidades silenciosas, sin luz.
Return to your positions.
God, have they just improved so much in terms of cutscenes. Truly.
To the People's Library. A final touch to complete the mural. Quite a night. I've got you now.
Muriel looks up toward the finished mural. The paint has cracked alongside the plaster. At last the trap form inside returns to the world.
Teresita, it's you. The ritual worked. Professor Rousseau was right. What are we to do next, Teresita?
His eyes shine with the joy of a dream so long awaited, finally realized in the flesh. Standing there in front of him, Ramona takes a deep and weighty breath.
It's over, Muriel.
I like how she kind of sounded like Teresita in that,
It was all you.
when she says that.
You used a special pigment to make paintings with arcane powers, your murder weapons, and passed them out to the victims through the club. And then, you activated a ritual through the painting to kill your target. You killed all 7 of them. All to get the friends you lost to the storm back.
She glances back at the cracked and battered mural behind her.
Those people in the mural. Your friends from the Midnight Kitchen, aren't they? Maria, Carmen, Antonio, Laura.
She names each face that appeared in the shattered memories. Her eyes rest on the very center.
And Teresita. Who would have ever thought those faces would match the victims almost perfectly? To think how often I walked through this hall and never made the connection.
They were my best friends. My countrymen. My comrades.
He lifts the flower pot in his hands,
Before
eager.
I left Mexico, you gave me some dahlia seeds. Do you remember that? You said we'd meet again when the dahlias were in full bloom. So I carry the pot wherever I go. I care for them, no matter the circumstances.
He's a real uriner. Fairs. I'm a Filipino. I know how that feels.
Finally met again. Just as you promised.
In all 7 murders, you didn't manage to pull off a single one of your resurrection rituals, did you?
I don't understand what you're saying.
I saw you in the painting, Muriel. In that void. A little younger. A hell of a lot saner than you are now. But you all the same. I'd been thinking. The fragmented memories I saw in the depths of myth. Where are they from? Who do they belong to? But seeing you now, I think I get it. You didn't reconstruct Teresita's consciousness from the depths of me. Not one bit. Those memories and feelings were painted into the mural by you. They all came from you, Muriel. That's why I could only see memories of you and Teresita together. All the moments you shared with your friends, the memories you held so close that you couldn't just let the dead be dead. You've given them up, sealed their spirits inside your paintings. You completed the rituals, but you destroyed yourself.
When? How did I? No, Teresita, I didn't.
See? I'm not Teresita. And you still can't see it. Your dearest friend and mentor. And yet you still mistake me for her, a complete stranger. The moment you finished this mural, you scrubbed every last trace of her clean from your mind. You aren't even yourself anymore. All those people killed. And for what? The delusions of a man in the middle of destroying himself?
Muriel speaks to himself, clutching his head as if in pain.
You mean there's no way to save my friends? I killed them. With my own hands. No. Teresita. Why can't I remember your face? Your voice? The memories? Why won't they come to me? My most cherished friends. My family. No. If I forget, then they will truly be gone. What must I do? Wait. You said my memories are sealed within these paintings. Is that true?
He retires his paint. He raises his paintbrush, lost in abject sorrow.
What are you doing, Muriel? Stop. The Vigils will get here any minute. You don't stand a...
Ya lo recuerdo. Usted es la señorita Ramona. Trabaja en la oficina de los Vigil. Lamento todos los problemas que causé. Parece que he cometido un error tras otro.
For the last time, he uses his arcane skill. Perfect strokes of colorful paintings wrap around him like a consuming fire.
Y ya es demasiado tarde para corregir mis faltas. Gracias por poner fin a esta tragedia mía. Ahora lo único que queda es cruzar las mareas del tiempo y volver a su cálido abrazo.
A rare smile touches his lips, as if he were drifting into a warm and pleasant dream as he fades away. Like... His brush clatters on the solid floor. Definitely a more dignified suicide than Kumar's was, that's for sure.
All these deaths. If only I'd realized the truth sooner. I'm sorry, Muriel. You tried so hard, but I'm not Teresita.
This is definitely going to be a subject of a future video. So just keep an eye out for that.
There are so many things only Ramona can do. Looks like I gotta report this now. Case is closed. ¿Acaso uno no puede tener ni una noche en paz? Nunca debí aceptar este maldito trabajo.
Hello, Marguerite. Oh, and you too, Aniel. He raises a hand towards the bullet hole in the mural, as if soothing a scar that will never heal.
Quite the tragedy.
I was wondering which corner you might be watching from. So you came after all, Señorita Butterfly.
I couldn't miss the grand finale. Tell me, are you satisfied? You are the one who orchestrated it all.
I remember just utterly being shocked at this. I was always wondering why it was him, out of all of the characters, that was the connecting thread, right? The one who kind of wove the story together. Now I know.
Ich werde meine Pflicht erfüllen.
Keep your guard high.
I have the rear.
Hold on, don't waste your breath. Be careful.
The feathers will answer.
There, take a primrose.
Swift as hair. Twinkling solid stone. Their strength in restraint.
先到主意，万恶接触，强了出。
hummingbirds for the court.
Do I have what in Ezio? I have Ezio. I have all the poison. I have all the poison pieces, except well, I have Sotheby, but I haven't built her. I have Willow built, Tuesday built. I don't have Jessica built. I do not have a knight, no. Or actually, no, I do have a knight. I just haven't built him either. Okay.
I'll keep them occupied.
Don't waste your time. Keep your guard high.
Flying feathers.
A flawless defense.
It's out with you.
My responsibility. Swift as hair.
I'm no stranger to pain. A sacred charge.
先到主意，万恶皆除，降了，出。
Yeah, a knight's cool for farming bosses, but I don't really want to build a character that's basically useless for anything other than that when I already have characters that are good enough to do that on their own, you know what I mean? So, he's just kind of sitting around in my suitcase. The man shows no fear as he turns towards the assassin.
What do you make of this? Are we to have some sort of puppet master's tea party? You figured this all out some time ago, didn't you?
I did, but there is still some satisfaction in watching the dominoes fall, even when you know where they'll land. A little more shock would have been welcome, though.
The two of them speak with the same casual ease.
Pray. Begin then.
Let's start with the mural. Look at the symbolism. In Aztec mythology, hummingbirds and butterflies represent death and rebirth. Fallen warriors entered the realm of the sun god. After 4 years, they would be reborn as butterflies and hummingbirds, returning to drink the eternal nectar of the earth. To Muriel, his fellow artists of the Midnight Kitchen were like those brave warriors, destined to return, having transcended death.
Spot on.
This circle of hummingbirds and butterflies in the mural represents 10 reborn souls. But if you look closely, there are only 9 figures in the mural. The 7 victims, Muriel and Ramona. So, where's the 10th? Did Muriel hide them away somewhere? That's exactly what he did. It's quite clever, really, merging a metaphor, or a pun, if you will, into the mural.
Everyone, including Muriel, calls you Aniel. Aniel, the name of a plant native to southern Mexico, used to create a rich indigo dye. Over time, it also became the name for that deep, vibrant shade of blue.
Anil is a beautiful color.
Before the arrival of the Europeans,
Indigenous peoples used it to dye the cloaks of their leaders. Like Turanian red, this deep indigo blue symbolized power in their culture. And behold, that very color is hidden in this mural. The rivers and trees in the background glow with its intensity. Muriel used that blue anil to paint those sections, blending your presence into the mural in the most conspicuous yet subtle way. Muriel wasn't the only member of the Midnight Kitchen to cross the storm, was he? There was another artist of the Midnight Kitchen who went to Europe with him. That artist was you, Anil.
And, like Muriel, I survived the storms. What does it matter?
Oh, it matters in many ways. Those victims, your hand-picked vessels, were all arcanists who bore some resemblance to the friends you lost in the storm. You lured them to the Turquoise Serpent Club and presented each with a meticulously crafted gift, a painting that would become their death warrant. True, Muriel was a genius in Arcanum. He single-handedly devised a resurrection ritual based on Roseau's research and ancient legends. But with every painting he completed, he lost fragments of his memory. A flawed method. In the end, he was no longer whole. How could he have planned and executed all this, alone, in such a state? Finding 8 suitable targets among hundreds of thousands in Mexico City, coaxing them to accept paintings they probably had no interest in. Each step required meticulous observation and careful planning. It was all you pulling the strings, Anil. A pigment dealer kidnapped by gangsters? Just a cover. The most brilliant part is that you orchestrated this entire series of murders just to bring Ramona to center stage.
He laughed softly but without a trace of warmth.
You watched her, studied her nature, leveraged her hatred of injustice and her love for this city. You lured her to this mural, intending to offer her as the final sacrifice to fulfill your ultimate wish. But I still have one question.
Please, ask it. I'll not hold my tongue.
You completed every step, executed every detail according to your plan. You could have succeeded. So why didn't you stop me?
His response is muted. There's almost a hint of surprise, but it rests beneath his calm composure.
That's all you want to ask. I see. Your deductions are perfect, of course, Senorita Butterfly. I am merely an amateur by comparison. In the past 40 years, Muriel and I have survived 6 storms. As more storms fell, returning to Mexico City to find suitable candidates grew increasingly difficult. To put our full focus into our resurrection research, we left Manus Vindicte. Not that they had any use for 2 unmanageable pawns anyway. Time and again, our work was interrupted by the storm, and the ritual's results were never promising to begin with. I observed each candidate carefully, searching for some trace of our lost friends' souls. But the closer I looked, the clearer it became. They weren't the same. Ramona, for instance, was in many ways the perfect candidate. And yet, she wasn't Teresita. She could never be Teresita. The mentor we all admired. The friend who brought warmth and light into our often bleak lives. She was gone. And nothing we did could bring her back. Ramona's story, however, isn't over.
This is my favorite part of the chapter.
Her dreams, her fierce love for this city. I realized I couldn't bring myself to destroy that.
I think it's a common theme in. I mentioned this in my Paper Heron video, briefly, but well, let me pause this. I mentioned this briefly in my Paper Heron video, but the common theme of immortality that has been prominent in the 3.x event patches, it's not just that. It's not just the concept of immortality. Well, no doubt it's you know, the main thing, but it's that concept that allows Bluepock to delve into the philosophical aspect of what they actually want to talk about, and that is the inability to move on from the past. That is the underlying theme of basically the entire 3.x series, really. Sentinel can't move on from Agnes. Charon can't move on from it. Well, he does successfully manage to move on because he's an Awakened. There's kind of, he doesn't really have any human emotions, at least not anymore. He finished Paul's story and is now Charon. Beryl was never able to move on from the past because to her the past, the present, and the future were all happening simultaneously because of her powers. And then of course Adele is unable to move on from the Paris that she once knew. 3.3 is kind of where it gets iffy, but I can still see it, right? In basically everything Igor does, he's a haunted man. His past, he will never be able to move on from the past. His sins are something that he will never be able to get rid of. Spring Unending is where it's at its most literal, with immortality. Paper Heron can't move on from the White Horse School. Well, she does move on from the White Horse School by breaking the sword. Chung, obviously, he's clinging to his legacy until he realized that he no longer, not that he no longer needed it, but like if this legacy was going to lead him into falling into evil, then he wanted no part of it. So he gave that up. And then of course this 3.5, and then 3.6 is about Adler moving on from Greta, and then 3.7 obviously with Meryl and everything that happens there. So I would say that it's incredible. It's focused. It's intentional, and they fucking killed it. And I don't know what else I can really say. That's why I hate when these fucking geeks online whine about the story, blah 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 blah. Think piece after think piece after think piece. That just basically reads to me as, I'm mad the story didn't go the way I wanted it to. When you actually step back and, you know, look at what these guys have crafted, it really is impressive. But yeah, continue. Enough of my rant. That'll be saved for my next video.
The storms have carried me across time, even into the future. And there I saw the tedious repetition of human history and the hollow, meaningless cycle of our pursuits. In the end, art cannot change the world. Our ideal of reshaping society for the better through fine arts eventually became just another capitalist venture. A product.
Here's the commentary.
Another ignoble chapter in the history of art. And my partner, my last remaining friend, lost himself along the way. I've walked this torturous path alone for a long, long time. I'm tired.
Doubt turns to annoyance. The way this web of intrigue once again turns out to be nothing more than a cat's cradle. Child's play to unravel.
What a disappointment.
A
I
raging
would have hoped
sociopath does
people
not
like
give a
us
fuck.
never get tired.
People like us. I'm honored to be considered among the likes of you. But enough about me, Senorita Butterfly. Would you care to talk about yourself a bit?
Me.
On our way to the auction, just before we teleported via that sunstone, I realized you couldn't distinguish certain colors. Even
And
ones
then
that
this,
appear
it's so
quite
annoying how
different to
people got
most.
again whiny about Lawrence, even though one of the big in the big climax of the chapter,
Crack the case earlier.
it's revealed that she does have a weakness and it did get
Considerable
exploited.
effort to discern that the most
So
critical
no, she's not
clue
some fucking Mary Sue.
lay in the
Never
painting's
was.
colors.
You've uncovered a minor flaw of mine. Do you intend to threaten me with it?
If I'm honest, I'm not entirely sure. What if my name were a color you couldn't recognize? How very fortunate you were that I was named Anil. It may be a minor flaw, as you say. Something easily concealed. But someone as meticulous as you would never allow anyone to know of it, be they friend or enemy.
I could kill you to keep this quiet. Did you consider that?
Now she's getting pissed.
You won't.
The threat of death washes over him without effect.
You crave total control. You need to perfectly discern your target's mind, predict their every move before you pull the trigger. You enjoy playing God, holding
Bang!
all the cards, so that life and death become yours to give. You won't kill me until you've mapped out every
Her
crevice
sociopathic
along
tendencies, her raging god complex are literally being used against her. I don't know how the fuck people see this and think,
Impressive,
oh, Mary
Anil.
Sue. Like, what the hell?
I'll be sure to keep your insights in mind.
She emphasizes her words and extends a hand to him in earnest as a gesture she can offer.
Guess we'll be keeping our little secrets between us.
With pleasure. If you need anything regarding the menace, information, items, reach out to me. I'll do my best to assist. And please, take this.
I would love if Anil becomes playable, but I feel like he is best suited as an NPC.
Use it sparingly. It's no easy task to craft this pigment now.
Your contribution to science is appreciated.
Clarissa, Marguerite, what the hell are you doing?
She's back. You again, Larissa. It's one problem after another with you.
I didn't...
Before she can say anything, the commander grabs her subordinate by the front of her shirt.
How many times do I have to tell you? You're a hush trooper. This is no place for a softie. Who do you think you are, huh? A hero fighting against authority? A savior to these people? Even if you save their lives here, they'll probably end up dead where they're going. All you've done is delayed the mission. You want to be kicked out of Xeno and left to the storm? Is that what you want? To get the whole squad killed to feed your ego?
You knew all along. They aren't really deserters.
Larissa's voice trembles as she dares to speak the words.
That's what we've been doing all this time? Sending innocent Arcanists to their deaths one after another?
So what?
The commander's reply is as stark and biting as the wind lashing their faces.
Even more will die if we can't figure out how to stop the storm. Ugh! I'm wasting my time talking to the both of you. Once this mission is over, I'm filing a request to have you removed from my squad. As for where you'll end up, or whether Xeno will even keep you, I don't give a damn.
You can't do this.
Why not? Without Xeno's shelter, there's nothing you can do against the storm.
The commander then turns to Marguerite. She's leaning against the truck without emotion. At that moment, it seems as if their conflict does not concern her in the slightest.
And you, Marguerite. You think staying silent will get you off the hook. I know you are the one who unlocked the door for her.
She lunges for Marguerite's collar in the same way, but the young woman twists out of the way and catches her commander's wrist.
You're wrong. What? Let go of me. What do you think you're doing?
Right.
Combat, science, they both take lives. The only difference is who pulls the trigger. A new toy. A ripple stirred. The overflow of the sector. Voilà donc ce que c'est.
Commander falls to the ground with a sharp cry.
What is going on, Marguerite? Have you lost your mind? You will face a military tribunal for attacking our commander, especially at a time like this.
Hush Squad's #1 rule. No communication with mission targets. That's what she said. I just wanted to tell her she was wrong. If you really want to play with life and death, you need to get inside the target's head. Know how they think and move. That's how you assert control. That's the best part.
This is no time for jokes, Marguerite.
Let me show you. Our dear commander here always keeps a bullet tucked in her sleeve. Ever since the war in 1999, she's carried it around as a little lucky charm.
Marguerite pulls a bullet from her sleeve, revealing it purposefully to the frightened commander at her feet.
As expected.
So you know the commander's secret.
What does it matter? She isn't your target, is she?
You're right. She's not my target.
Then why did you...
He runs around in the pistol. Oh my goodness. I remember this scene.
She's yours, Marissa.
Mine? Marguerite, this is wrong. We can't do this. I can't do this.
You're insane. Both of you. Put the gun down and let me go.
Think, Larissa. Why should you let her go? She'll report everything you did. They'll make sure you quietly disappear in the storm. You don't really care what happens to you, I know. But think about those poor kidnapped deserters. They're just innocent arcanists. Some of them children. They'll be sent to that lab, subjected to torture you can't even imagine, unless you do something now. You've known this all along. It's time you faced it.
You're right. I have to face it. I have to.
Larissa, don't!
Fuck, man. I wonder how she got indoctrinated into the Manus.
I like that look on your face. It suits you.
Jesus.
Draco Drought.
Draco Drought? That's one of... Rhiannon mentions this in one of her voice lines. It's a spell she used to create a fireworks show. I guess it makes sense, right? Because it's literal fucking fire. Goodness.
Time to run, dear. Follow that dark mix of kindness and viciousness in your heart, straight into the quagmire. I look forward to seeing you fully submerged in it in the future. Well, I suppose that wraps up my days in Xeno, boring as they were, besides the death. Where to next? Maybe back to Cambridge? One day, I'll figure out what Xeno, and a certain White House behind it, is really up to.
She turns away, walking alone into the icy wilderness. Pure fiction, shades of Honkai Star Rail. Yes, this is Recoletta writing her book. It's so
The story lies in the metaphor woven into the mural. It's the thread that ties the entire case together.
She's so cute. I love her so much.
Thank you again, Señorita Marguerite. Thank you for allowing me to weave your experiences into my novel. I wish I could travel to a different era in Mexico too. It would be great for gathering material. Oh, and may I call you Señorita Butterfly? It has a sonorous quality to it that is positively brilliant.
Of course, my dear girl.
You know what? The moment I saw you, I sensed something special about you.
I think I should take that as a compliment.
Hello, name day.
I've heard you say something along those lines at least 3 times in the past hour, Miss Ricoletta.
Unfortunately, I couldn't find a place to weave him
nice
into the
little
Watchmen
opening line
video,
to get
but...
people talking about themselves, but...
That's not entirely accurate, actually. Only Señorita Butterfly has shared her story with me. Director Noir was right. Instead of revisiting my own experiences again and again, I should try writing about those around me. Maybe then, I'll finally break free of this restless river.
Yeah, sure. In other words, you'll be diving into a new topic for a while. Your instincts always pull you toward uncharted and dangerous, might I add, territory.
Sounds like an exhilarating adventure, don't you think? Maybe I should write from Muriel's perspective. It adds a melancholic twist to this already sad story. The loss of his friends to the storm, and the gradual loss of his own mind. A story like this could serve as a kind of a tribute to all of our friends washed away by the storm.
So the dead gain eternal life through your book.
You really have a dark sense of humor.
Well, he has a point, though.
It could also work if the protagonist is the mysterious, elegant assassin. Her antisocial nature would certainly stand out.
Nameday looks at the spoken writer as if to say something, but stops short.
Write your story however you like, Miss Recoleta. My only requirement is that it help me to lure someone out. The one who invited me to join Lorenz.
So she still doesn't know who Ludwig
She
is.
still has eyes in the Foundation. This story will be more than
Oh.
enough to draw her attention.
Never mind then. Like, apparently it was a girl who asked her to join
I'll
Laplace.
do all I can to spread it throughout the Foundation. Of course, with names and locations adjusted as necessary. But at its heart, it must remain a story about cultural and class conflict. I'd better build an intricate narrative structure to carry all that dramatic weight.
And maybe just a speck of authenticity.
Hey, are you seriously criticizing a novel for being fictional?
The fictional character is getting fictionally slandered.
Here, Ricoletta. I've finished reviewing the forms you submitted.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Nameday. I almost forgot why I came here in the first place.
Latham must be thrilled you've joined the Arcanum Containment Department. She finally has a subordinate to boss around.
Now I see why you were banished out here and left to stamp papers all day. Do you always put your foot in your mouth like this?
God damn!
In fact, I couldn't be happier to be working with Miss Latham. She's an amazing colleague and has taught me all kinds of things.
Sure, but just to be clear, I wasn't banished. The stamping papers here is just a step on my path to becoming head of the Far East branch. Bureaucracy. You know how it is.
I don't actually.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Interested in finding out. Ever since Miss Latham went on medical leave, I've hardly seen my desk beneath all the paperwork.
Medical? Oh yeah, that's right.
It seems you're getting a crash course. Wait. Medical leave. Is Miss Latham alright?
She's in the rehab center getting some of her parts replaced. If you ask me, it was Burton who gave her the false confidence to do field missions.
that sounds like Burton, yeah.
Now I have to fight alone against this colossal, cumbersome institution and its endless piles of paperwork. Words were never meant to be wasted on this sort of thing. If Burton ever plans a round 2 against the Foundation, call me immediately. I'm a bit of an expert in rebellion.
Yeah, I'll keep an ear out for you. But I'll need a copy of your latest book in return, just like last time.
I'd be delighted to. You are my #1 reader, after all.
Aleph, Marcus, Soneto, Latham, Noir, Plani, Barbara, and now me. Seems like you have a lot of #1 readers.
Don't forget pickles.
Aww.
I do have one more question, Señorita Butterfly. It doesn't look like you have any forms to stamp, and you're clearly not just here to chat with us, so... Are you waiting for someone?
Here comes Ulrich and Adler.
This makes no sense. She even found time to write a full-fledged paper after all that. How is this possible?
Enigma holds up a letter. His body bristles with an anger to match his complete frustration.
Calm down. Lorenz Butterfly has already sent us the lab reports. Strictly speaking, Institutum Lorenz is also part of Laplace, which means we've achieved this major scientific breakthrough together.
I like how Ulrich just really doesn't care.
Me? When was Institutum Lorenz ever formally recognized?
As long as he gets his data, he doesn't give a shit, and that's honestly real.
Not just reports.
But the staff committee is quite satisfied with this operation's outcome. Mr. Ludwig himself said it's the results that matter.
Well, he didn't refuse my investigation permit either. There's something suspicious in Lasom's report. According to Ramona, the Vigil's exorcist, who assisted Lasom in her investigation, a Foundation employee named Jones was involved in the case. This Jones visited the crime scenes and repeatedly requested access to case data. Multiple Vigils saw her.
And what does that matter?
Are you serious? That's your reaction? Did it not occur to you that this Jones is likely the Lorenz Butterfly herself, taunting us? She has access to Foundation intel. That's probably why she's always one step ahead.
That's not entirely the case.
Oh, Marguerite, what are you doing here?
Good afternoon, Mr. Adler. I'm here to submit the storm meteorological observation data requested by the Foundation.
I wonder what it is that Marguerite at least pretends to do. What is a storm meteorological observer?
Did something happen at Laplace?
No, nothing to worry about. You've heard of Institutum Lorenz, haven't you? The mysterious organization hiding within Laplace.
Yes, though I can't really fathom what they're after.
We just received another provocation from Lorenz Butterfly, with her new research paper attached. It mentions an experiment of utmost importance. The details are still classified as of now, but it won't be long before they're published.
This experiment is probably what she was working on with Eagle, the helmet that Vertin used. I'm guessing, I'm just throwing stuff, I'm just spitballing here.
I'd like to check the file of a special task investigator, Miss Jones, from the Foundation's Buenos Aires branch. Which department was it again? Storm Era, Historical Monitoring Department, and Field Agent Administration?
Nameday peers up at him with a strained look.
Apologies, sir, I didn't catch that. Could you please repeat it?
Special Task Investigator Miss Jones, of the Storm Era Historical Monitoring Department and Field Agent Administration from the Buenos Aires branch of the St. Pablo Foundation.
How come he...
Sorry, I'm quite certain the Buenos Aires branch has no such department. There are 63 Foundation employees with the surname Jones. 4 of them are assigned to the Buenos Aires branch.
I told you it was a fake identity.
I really shouldn't have brought you along.
Come now, Adler. Look at the bright side. Haven't you read Lorenz Butterfly's paper? Hisabeth studied the data and concluded that the experiment itself consumed very little of the pigment that was recovered, meaning Lorenz Butterfly must still have a considerable amount of it left.
We have to get hold of it for Laplace's sake. Maybe we should conduct a grid search of headquarters.
Only if your goal is to make Laplace even more chaotic, Substitute Director. Please don't worry yourself. We have more materials research experts than anywhere in the world. Miss Hisabeth is already working on replicating the pigment. We'll have our own supply before long.
I had better get back there and see if there is anything I can help with.
Come on, Adler. You're a physicist.
You reach your edge together, immediately returning to their argument as if all the events preceding were just a brief ceasefire.
See you later, Mr. Adler. Mr. Ulrich?
Of course. See you, Marguerite.
Nearby, the young writer jots down another new idea.
I understand. Senorita Butterfly was waiting here just to savor her victory. She foresaw it all.
Right.
By the way, where's the rest of the pigment? It sounds like it could be the perfect beginning to our sequel.
Well...
It's no longer in my possession. I passed it along to a business partner of mine.
Ah, the classic cheery music.
Let's get this done. We mice are natural experts at this kind of work.
That means we're stealing food today. Right, Mama?
Of course not, you cheese brain. We're rummaging through trash. Hi. Wrong again, my dearies. We're doing true gangster work.
I see, Mama. That's definitely something mice are good at.
But we're even better at rummaging through trash.
Mama, yesterday a human boy asked if I could stand on his head and help him paint. Could I do that when I grow up?
We'll talk about it when you're old enough to hold your own, all right? Now listen carefully, mis hijos. In exchange for a steady supply of arcane pigment, that cold-hearted bipedal witch forced me to sign over 1,000 agreements. Until we're strong enough to overthrow her, we have no choice but to do her bidding. Our first job was to tie up all the loose ends at the Turquoise Serpent Club. It took me days to scrub all the clues leading back to her. All that's left is to silence a certain individual. So, I contacted that exorcist girl, and somehow she ended up persuading me to help this peculiar painting find a home.
Yes, Mama. We worked our tails off, cleaning up the inside of that painting lady.
And Vertin gets Lady in the Lake. Except not really, because we have to wait until 3.7 for her to be playable.
Señorita, you must be the famous timekeeper. I hear your suitcase holds many empty frames. Perhaps they are waiting for a painting to call them home. Might you be interested in taking in this fabulous artwork?
Bonsoir, timekeeper. This may sound a little brash, but might I stay inside your suitcase?
And that's gonna wrap up the Turquoise Serpent Club. I love this story. It's fantastic. I wouldn't say, it's not in my top 5, but it's definitely close. Thank you everyone for tuning in. It was a great stream, and I'll be back